Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
At the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, we are driven by service excellence. Visit mof.gov.jm for more info. The time by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
2 minutes after 9.
Nationwide now presents a rebroadcast of the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton. You're inside the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you if you're listening on the 90 FM band, 90.3, 90.5, 90.7 and 90.9 on your FM dial. Good morning to you, or radio peeps. Thank you so much for joining us on the radio. If you are listening and watching from our YouTube channel, good morning to you. The channel that we are on this morning is Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. That's Nationwide 90 FM LIVE with the number 2. And if you haven't been able to find this channel just yet, if you go to our original page, Nationwide 90 FM Live, and you click home, 2 channels should be presented there at the top, Nationwide TV and Nationwide 90 FM Live 2. Click Nationwide 90 FM Live 2 and it should take you directly to this channel. Click the live video, which should be at the top somewhere, and you can join us on YouTube for the Consumer Hour this morning. Let me say good morning to David Nebar, who is first in the YouTube chat this morning. Donna Johnson, good morning to you. Rupert Wilson, good morning. Ines Campbell Murray, good morning to you as well. Sonia Hutton, morning. Albert Morgan, good morning to you. Jean Sellers, good morning to you. Monica Callum, good morning. Karen Granville, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day so far. Errol Townsend, big up Errol every time. Rich Richards, good morning to you, and all the others over there in the YouTube chat. Great morning to you. If you are listening from our mobile app, which is available for free on the Google Play and the Apple App Store, good morning to you. And those on our website, the Listen Now option there, good morning to you as well. It's the Consumer Hour here on Nationwide 90 FM. And this morning, for the first half an hour this morning, we will open the phone lines for you. So if you have any consumer related matters, you've tried your best to get it sorted out and you have not been able to get the issue resolved, you've called, you've emailed, you've visited offices and the issue still exists, you can give us a call and we will try our best to see how we can assist you, if we can assist you, that is, and maybe put you on to the relevant authorities who may be better able to sort your issue out. And then at 9:30 we are going to go inside NCB until the end of the show. So that's the plan for this morning. So we open the phone lines for you. The numbers to call 876-630-9371, and that goes up to 4. So it's 630-9371. There's also 630-9372, 630-9373, and 630-9374. You can also try our Digicel line, and that's 618-8255. Call us with your consumer-related matters. If you called about an issue before and it was resolved, we do appreciate those calls. I want to say thank you to, who was it yesterday who called to say, Wesley, who said MP Xavier Main did reach out to him. We appreciate when you call and air your concerns, and when they're sorted out, you call to say that the issue has been resolved or you've heard from whoever. All right. And if the issue has not been resolved, we take those calls as well. Remind us what the issue is, and we will see if we can nudge those who we may have nudged already to try to put a little pep in their step with your assistance. All right. We got Byron on the line. Good morning, Byron.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Okay. No, I'm okay, but not so okay.
Okay. What is making you not so okay?
I applied for my NIS from about 2 years
Byron,
ago.
your radio is on. I'm hearing myself in the background. Can you turn off your radio, please?
Okay, I'm gonna check.
Yes, thank you. So you are saying that you applied for your NIS. When did you apply? Like around the next room, around the back, around one part. Byron, gonna turn off your radio. Byron, are you there?
Yes.
All right, good. So you said you applied for your NIS when? Pension?
Over 1 year now.
Over 1 year.
Yes.
All right, and
Every time I call them, I get no answer, no response.
and all your contributions are up to par. Everything is okay. Did they identify any issues with your application?
No, everything is up to date. Yeah. Everything up to date with them.
Byron, am I still hearing myself in the background there? Did you turn off the radio?
Let me turn it off.
Yeah, please. You can't. You have to turn it off because I'm gonna hear myself. It's okay. All right. So Byron. All right. I am not hearing Byron there. I don't know if he's going to turn off the. Hello.
I turned it off.
Okay. Right. So. Right. So you applied for your NIS pension over a year ago, and you haven't heard anything at all. When you say anything at all, what do you mean? Have you called?
I call them so often.
And what do they say when you call?
Doctor, yesterday I called them. They say it has to go to the doctor. It has to go to the doctor.
To their doctor?
Yeah, the doctor in Kingston.
Okay.
Missioner. When I first applied for it in August, 11th of August, 2023. That is the date that is at it. 11th of August, 2023.
Yes.
I applied for it from that time.
Yes.
And every time I call them, they give me this run around. So I was supposed to call it from the other day, but
all right. And you are at the retirement age, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Michelle just told me that you had called yesterday actually and spoke to Michelle, correct?
Yes. Yes.
On Monday, on Monday, and she did send the information over to the folks at the NIS office. So your issue is with them, and so it's now for them to act on it, to check what is happening and give a response. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So I don't have to wait then.
Yeah, you would have. We can't do anything else right now. If it's taking a long time to hear from them, then we can follow up. But since it's just Monday that you spoke to Michelle, I would give them some time to reach out to you. Hopefully before the offices close for the Christmas.
So yeah, because I give her my number and everything.
Yeah, man. And Michelle would have given all of that over to the NIS people. Okay? Yeah. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue taking your calls. At 9:30, we'll have Inside NCB.
hear the news? AM Financial give them customers cash back for the Christmas. Cash back! You can get up to $15,000 with every loan disbursed. A true. Plus, them increase them loan amount so you can get anything you want. And with every loan, you get a free gift. Free! Apply now at loansale.aimfinancialja.com or WhatsApp 876-437-3982. Make sure you apply early. Promotion ends January 31st. Conditions apply.
Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Phosphorage is having a Christmas sale. From December 8 to December 31, save on chandeliers, wall lamps, ceiling fans, and LED bulbs. Come shop and save with up to 40% off this Christmas. Visit us in Kingston, Mandeville, Montego Bay, and Draxall. It's the Phosphorage Christmas sale, December 8 to December 31. Open Sundays.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend the very best wishes to you and your family for a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable holiday. Whether you're effecting clearance at the port, traveling to and from the airport, or undertaking other transactions, we urge you to travel safely, use good judgment, and stay within the speed limit. We thank you for your support throughout 2024 and look forward to a healthy, prosperous, and productive new year. Happy New Year! From Jamaica Customs.
Revo.
Here's a UNICEF hygiene tip. Remember to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. The time brought to you by UNICEF is
9:15.
Welcome to Inside Customs, brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency, country above self.
Welcome to Inside Customs here on Nationwide 90 FM, the program put on by the Jamaica Customs Agency, the JCA, in collaboration with Nationwide 90 FM. My guest this day is Mrs. Cheryl Brown. She is the manager, the Southern Region Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies, DCFS. Lady Cheryl, welcome to Nationwide.
Thank you, Mr. George Davis.
Mr. George Davis, we get the whole name. Merry Christmas to you. Well, I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but, you know, I wish you all the best for the season.
Thank you, and I wish you was the same.
All right, good. All right, so the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies deals with charitable organizations, correct?
Yes, it is.
And in dealing with charitable organizations, what does it look out for? What do charitable organizations have to get from the DCFS?
Okay, George, you know that the Charities Act was enacted in 2013 when DCFS was given the authority to oversee charitable organization, registered charitable organization. Mm-hmm. So we are responsible for the registration, administration of the charitable organization.
Right.
So we ensure that all of these organizations want to maybe do something for the general public.
Yeah, they want to give back in
some way.
Mm-hmm.
So they are required to be registered with the Charities Authority as a registered charitable organization. So under the Charities Act, they are registered. They are required to provide us with certain requirements.
Yes.
For registration.
Yes.
And I don't know if you want me to list those.
You can give me some, man, of course, because people are listening, wondering what do I need to do to be in line with the rules and in line with the law. Yeah.
Okay, George. For registration of a charitable organization, they should submit their application accompanied by a non-refundable application fee of $5,000. They should have a TRN number. They should have proof of legal status. Each governing board member should fill out a fit and proper questionnaire, and they should submit a certified copy of that fit and proper questionnaire along with a wallet size photograph certified. Also, they should have a financial statement in respect of the preceding financial year prepared by a registered auditor or accountant. If they don't have a financial statement, because they might be the first time that they're going to be registered, but if they were operating as a charity before but were not registered, they are supposed to provide us with a financial statement, right?
Yes.
They are their board of directors. The board of directors is supposed to be fit and proper.
Yes.
So they will have to fill out the fit and proper questionnaire along with a certified photograph.
Yes.
And that photograph is to be certified by the same person who certified their fit and proper questionnaire.
Yes.
Right? They're supposed to have their TRN. Right? Those are some of the things, in addition to others.
Yeah.
All right. So when they're registered now, they're given an approved certificate.
Yes.
So the approved certificate allows them to access relief in terms of custom relief, transfer tax relief, property tax relief.
Meaning they don't have to pay those
They don't
things.
have, they don't have to cost and GCT relief.
Yes.
So they are relief from those taxes.
Yes.
Right. So as a registered charitable organization, you're relieved from certain taxes.
Yes.
Right.
Here's the thing, now, Ms. Cheryl, because the reason this conversation is important, especially where the business of the Jamaica Customs Agency is concerned, you get so many stories, especially at this time of year, people bringing things in and say, but I'm carrying it to give away, and customs charge me this bag of money. I'm telling them, but it's a charity me I run. So they say, well, where is evidence that you're running a charity? And this is the problem a lot of people running.
Exactly. So if it is that they don't have a up-to-date registered certificate, registered charitable certificate, the certificate cannot be expired.
Yes.
Right? It must be
current.
Right? So when they're registered for the first time, they're given a 2-year certificate.
Yes.
Within that 2 years, they're supposed to be filing their returns.
Yes.
All right. So upon filing their returns, they will apply for a new certificate. So when they get the new certificate, it is uploaded on the custom Asikuda system.
Yes.
The custom will know that their certificate is new and they are entitled to the relief.
Yes.
If it is that they don't have a current certificate, they will not be able to get those relief. In addition to that, when they're going to customs to get their relief, remember, they have a purpose, a charitable purpose, meaning that they are registered to do certain specific things.
Yes.
So if it is that when they go to custom, they are taking in different things from what they are registered to take in, they will not be allowed.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're registered as a charitable organization to bring in, say for instance, items for children, so you're giving things to children's homes or to organizations that assist children in need, and they're bringing in things for that you said, well, children don't
computer.
Use this. Yeah, I know all these things.
Well, they will be able to bring in computer if they're bringing it for children.
But there are certain items which you're saying which are everybody knows that these are not child items. These are different. So what Cheryl is saying is that which you have been certified to bring in to the island as a charity, you can't deviate from that and expect to not pay the applicable duties and say, well, it's a charity. It has to be what the charity was registered to do, is what you're saying.
Yes. If it is that they're bringing in things that is not aligned with their charitable purpose, they will be expected to pay the duties on those.
Yes. And that's a very clear, good distinction again. So you can bring in what you are certified to bring in. You can always bring in other things now, but you have to pay the duty on the other things.
Yes, on those, yes.
Simple as
that.
Other
things.
Right.
Yes.
So ahead of this, well, not even ahead, we're in the season where today the Christmas is almost upon us. But as you see, and based on experience, the difficulties that importers who say they are charities, what are some of those difficulties that many of them will encounter now because they haven't followed the rules, based on your experience?
So if they go to the custom and if they don't have a valid certificate, they will not be able to clear their goods.
But then so the certificate expired. In November, the certificate expired, so they can't give me a blight.
No, it have to be a current certificate because they know before the certificate expires, they have 2 months that they can apply for the certificate and get the certificate before it is expired. You have 60 days before the certificate expires to apply for the certificate. If you don't apply for the certificate within that time, then you will have a delay in getting the certificate because it takes us at least 15 or so days.
To process.
Yes. So it is 60 days before the expiration of your certificate or 180 days after the expiration of the certificate that you have the opportunity to apply for the renewal. If it is that you apply after the 180 days, it is a re-registration and you'll have to submit a new application to access the charitable status.
What if I applied, Lady Cheryl, I applied, but based on when I applied for a new certificate, Christmas come up on me and I bring in some things because I want to bring in some things during the holiday season. But I have proof that my application is gone through, but I don't have the certificate yet. Can the same courtesies be extended to me as if my certificate was current? So in other words, I applied before the certificate expired, but the certificate has not expired, and I don't get the new certificate yet, but I am in the system as having applied. Do I get through on the strength of having proof of application, or I need something else?
No, man. Once we have the application in hand, and we can and it is approved that you have applied before the expiration date or within the timeline of the expiration date, then we will process the application. But however, you have other things that you have to consider. You have to ensure that you submit your annual return, Form 8. You have to submit your audited financial statement for that period. You have to be up to date, up to the current period. So we are in 2023. So you have to ensure that you are current up to 2023. So everything from up to 2023 has to be at our disposal, if you understand. We have to have your annual return, audited financial statement, and pay a renewal fee of $5,000. And because the regulations were enacted in 2022, you were required to submit additional documents. So the additional documents are administrative and operations management policies and procedures, annual report, and a projection for the following year.
All right. So where do I go, Ms. Cheryl, to find information on all of that so I can stay within the rules and I don't have no frustration when I come across customs a year time?
Our website is up to date. So you can find all this information on our website, dcfs.gov.jm.
But I want to call and talk to a live person. Which number do I call?
So it's 927-4912 and 927-6572. So you can call those numbers and get somebody to talk to.
Very well. All right. So lastly, quickly, are people complying? Are people accessing the information and putting their houses in order? Are you still having difficulties with people not understanding the system?
We still have we still have issues with people not understanding the system. But in addition to that, George, we give them training and we allow them to come into office where we can have a one-on-one talk with them about their status and how they can improve and become compliant. So once we find out that they are not compliant and they are not coming up or understanding what to do to submit their application, we reach out to them by email or letter, and we advise them of their status. And then we also advise them that we can offer them some training. In addition to that, also, we provide sensitization sessions and workshops where they are given all the information about the charitable organization and how they are to function, how they are to ensure that their registration is renewed and everything. So they are not short of information.
They're not left alone.
No.
All right. Excellent.
They're not left alone.
Cheryl Brown, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you, Mrs. Cheryl Brown. She is the manager, Southern Region, Department of Cooperatives and Friendly Societies. You need to get in tune with their rules if you're a charitable organization so you don't have any frustration at the ports of entry. Thank you, Lady Cheryl.
Thank you, George. It was a pleasure being here.
Yes.
And I did enjoy our little chit-chat.
Excellent. All right. I hope you did too as well, listeners. All the best.
That was Inside Customs, brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency, country above self.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah, Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs. grab a bite, and pay some bills. Fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
Total Tools is having a Black Friday sale weekend! Sale, sale, sale! Up to 50% off select items, major discounts on tools, accessories, lighting, and electrical supplies. All Black Friday weekend long, Thursday, November 28 to Saturday, November 30. Move fast, only while stocks last. Visit Total Tools Kingston, Ocho Rios, or Drax Hall. Total Tools, we've got you totally covered.
All I want for Christmas is...
Wait, Chris and Charles has great loans and something extra special this season?
Yes, we're spreading joy to everyone. Starting November 1st, 2024, get a low interest rate Christmas loan and a special reward just for you.
Call 876-926-0609
or visit our website for details. Better hurry, conditions apply. Stocks are limited. Promotion ends December 23rd, 2024. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers provides quality insurance coverage and risk management services. The time by Spectrum Insurance Brokers Limited, setting the industry standards, is
9:28.
You're listening to a rebroadcast of the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
The hour from 9 to 10 a.m. is brought to you by National Commercial Bank, empowering people, unlocking dreams, building community.
All right. Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide at 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton, and you are now inside NCB. Just before I jump over to the NCB issues, Adam in the YouTube chat. That is not the issue the caller had said. The caller didn't say he took off autopay and it came back on. Digicel took out the money for the plan several times. That was his issue. And so we've taken his information and we'll give it to Digicel. He did say he stopped the autopay in October and he didn't mention that it came on back. So that's the issue the caller was having just now. All right. So we jump over to Inside NCB. And we are going to start off this morning with Kenya Mattis, director at NCB Foundation. She's going to talk to us about the NCB Grant a Wish program for 2024. Good morning, Kenya.
Good morning. Merry season's greetings to you and to the team.
Thank you, and the same to you. Now, NCB's Grant a Wish program 2024, I believe it's now closed, right?
That's correct. The voting is now closed, but we're now in that exciting period where we're now waiting to go through all of the amazing nominations that we've received so that we can share by the end of December who will be receiving their wishes granted this year. And I want to thank everybody who took the time out to go to grantawish.jncb.com and submit your nominations. Thank you so much for your voting. We've received some amazing stories and we're really excited to be able to spread that joy and that light by the end of the year.
Yes, indeed. And while you are counting those votes from the website and those who would have been nominated and been voted for, some people have already gotten their wishes through the director's pick. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So first of all, let me just share what exactly is Grant a Wish. For anyone who, would love to know that, it's been going on for 12 years now. And it's been an amazing 12 years. I'm really excited to be a part of this program because we have really seen how we can spread joy and really just change lives through having, persons who are observing some amazing work that people are doing in the community, such as community heroes, or, for charities where they're registered charitable organizations that just need a little bit more, funding top up. Persons with disabilities have been nominated. who just require some additional support, or persons who need medical assistance, or even just charities or other registered organizations that they may not fit in those categories, but they are doing some good work. And some of them that have already started, seeing some of those their wishes being granted include, courtesy of our director, Bruce Bowen of NCB Jamaica, actually, who has donated $500,000 to the Sick Kids Caribbean initiative to support their pediatric cancer care across the region, or Foundation Chair Celia Lane, who has donated $500,000 Jamaican to Stand Up for Jamaica. Nice. And that's a non-profit organization that promotes human rights, and especially among Jamaica's most fragile and discriminated groups. And I really have to share my personal joy for being able to donate $250,000 to the Villa Park Early Childhood Center. Good morning, Miss Yvonne Gale. In order to enhance their quality of education and just to ensure that some of the initiatives that they're putting in to teach computer science to kids as young as 3, 4, 5 years old can be bolstered through this donation.
Awesome. So your pick was Villa Park Early Childhood Center, and it will go towards their computer program?
Correct. I really appreciate and I'm impressed by the vision and the foresight that the principal, Ms. Yvonne Gale, has had in terms of building up the children's educational programs in the St. Catherine community of Villanova, and by the fact that she's teaching, advanced lessons in computer studies using educational tools, for those students. Sometimes they don't have enough devices, just a few tablets and devices. So we're looking at how we could help to bolster her efforts by giving them larger screens, more devices, just to make that general classroom setting even more effective as she delivers her lessons.
Okay, that's amazing. And for the other nominees from the Grant-A-Wish program, when will they find out that their wishes have been granted?
So we're going through the applications now, and we are really looking forward to making sure that by the end of December, the nominees will be advised. And just for also just to make sure that we're all aware that for those who are eligible, in case you're wondering, well, am I somebody who could have been eligible to to vote or to have my wish granted? If it is that you're a Jamaican citizen, that's already a big plus. If you have been nominated in the past over the last 2 years, we do want to make sure we can rotate and give other persons a chance. So we would ask you to, hold off until when 2 years have passed since your last since being a recipient of the grant. And if you have any, valid Jamaican government issued ID, you can also be eligible to be nominated as well.
And for those who missed their chance this year, tell us how you can ensure that when it comes around next year again, you are on the boat to get your wishes granted.
Bookmark the website from now, grants-a-wish.jncb.com, and you can go on it as well and look through and see what the categories are, just to make sure that if you can think of someone who fits those categories, try and make sure you're on the website by the end of November, the beginning of December, because the voting tends to close by November 15th.
Yes.
It usually begins on November 15th, such as this year, and then close by the middle of December. So you want to be on the website in November or December, and if so, you could actually have the opportunity to nominate someone to receive prizes such as $200,000. Fourth place prize is $100,000, but the first place prize is $500,000. So if you can think of someone who fits those categories, together we can really help to make Christmas very bright for other people this year and next year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kenya Mattis, for joining us this morning, talking to us about the NCB Foundation's Grant-A-Wish program for 2024. The winners, some persons have already received cash grants courtesy of NCB under the director's picks, but those others who were nominated will hear very soon that their wish has been granted. Thank you so much, Kenya. You do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much for having me. All the best.
Right. That was Kenya Mattis, Director at NCB Foundation, talking to us about the Grant a Wish program for 2024. And we move right along to speak with Miss Shanice Wright. She is the CEO of Club Couture, and she's going to tell us about contactless shopping this Christmas. And I understand that Club Couture is also at Market at the Lawn. Good morning, Shanice.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys this morning?
I am good. The team is good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. All right. So before we jump into using NCB contactless EPOS, talk to us about your business, Club Couture JA. What is it about?
Okay, wonderful. So Club Couture JA is the brainchild of, a young girl who used to make dolls, make clothing for her dolls, and, just always had that burning desire for fashion design. So firstly, I am a self-taught fashion designer. I actually left my 9-to-5 a couple years back to focus solely on my fashion design business. And currently we are on the online space of providing, handmade, local, unique pieces, swimwear and vacation wear. So that's what Club Couture is all about.
Awesome. Local business there. Fashion designer giving you local pieces. Love that. And talk to us about your experience so far as a business owner using contactless transactions with NCB's EPOS.
Okay, so first off, I must say that NCB has had a track record of, providing efficient and cutting-edge payment solutions for small business owners like myself. So when I heard about the EPOS, it was a no-brainer. It was so easy to set up, so easy to use, and customers come, they shop, and they simply tap to pay, and they're on their way. So it's so simple, and it basically eliminates any need for any expensive hardware, because once you have your Android phone, you simply download the app, and that's how you accept your payments. So I would definitely recommend the contactless payments to small business owners like myself, because it definitely comes in handy.
And I'm happy. I've been speaking about this contactless payment solution, but I've been speaking to like NCB reps. I'm happy now to speak to a business owner who actually is using it. Talk to me about the reception from your customers, especially at the Market at the Lawn. I believe last Sunday was the first one, and this Sunday will be the next Market at the Lawn at Devon House. Talk to me about the reception from your customers with this contactless option.
So it was a very wonderful experience, to be honest. It was my first time attending Market at the Lawn, and NCB made it such a smooth process. Customer experience definitely improved in that, they could, pay for their items and then move on to the next booth as fast as possible. So it was very efficient for them. It also eliminated the need to, travel with cash, because, cash is a very scarce commodity at this time. So they simply paid with their card and they're on their way, and they loved the feature. It was like, a kid in a candy store. Like, I can just tap my card on your phone. So it was just a magical moment. Really loved it.
Amazing. And to you as a local entrepreneur, Shanice, what does NCB's support mean to you, especially with these new features, new technology coming into the online space and the business space? What does that mean to you as a local business owner?
Well, NCB support is just, I don't know, I can't even explain to you how much it means to me, especially as a small business owner. And, they have always been trying to help business owners in general bridge the gap, as it relates to accepting payments, because, here in the Caribbean, it's very hard. So I have been using most of their platforms from the inception of my business, and with the EPOS, I can genuinely say that it has made, popping up at these events a breeze. Persons just come, as I said, they tap their phones and they're good to go. Setup on my end is very easy, and for individuals that are not tech savvy, they don't have to worry about anything. You just need an Android phone and you're good to go. So I think that small business owners are very grateful for something like this that NCB has introduced and will continue introducing for years to come.
Absolutely. And just before we wrap up, Shanice, tell us where we can find Club Couture JA, how they can get in contact with you if they're interested in your pieces.
Well, if you are interested in some exclusive, unique swimwear and vacation pieces, you can find us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at Club Couture _JA. We also have a website which we host all of our fabulous pieces. It is www.clubcoutureja.com, or you can give a girl a call at 350-0366 for your locally handmade swimwear and vacation pieces.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Shanice, for joining us this morning. You do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the holiday season.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome.
You have a wonderful day.
All the best to you. That was Shanice Wright, CEO of Club Couture JA, talking to us about NCB's contactless payment options and how that has helped her as a small business owner. She will also be at Market at the Lawn this Sunday on the lawns of Devon House, so you can check out Club Couture JA at Market at the Lawn this Sunday, December 22. We take a break. When we come back, we have more Inside NCB.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click, right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more information, visit jacustoms.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app, powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Who shops at Creative Building Finishes? You, the homeowner who creates luxurious spaces with our floor and wall tiles. The contractor and builder who are convinced that our ceramic tiles are right for the job. The architect and designer who make dreams come true with our wood look and porcelain tiles. Superior customer service, knowledgeable staff, inviting showroom, and you get where this is going, right? Shop 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get Creative Building Finishes.
Individuals and business importers. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is making the import permit application process for pharmaceutical and herbal products, precursor drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, human tissue, and other regulated commodities easier and more convenient. Effective Monday, November 4, 2024, the Ministry will only accept online applications and payment for import permits through the Jamaica Single Window for Trade J-Swift digital portal. To learn how to use and register for the platform, visit jswift.gov.jm. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Healthy people, healthy environment.
Hey Daddy, have you heard about Mother's Bakery's new Christmas treats?
Oh, you mean their Christmas cake, right?
Yes, they've also got a new sorrel cake. It's only available at Pressmart and select supermarkets for the season.
Sorrel cake? That sounds deliciously festive.
Right? Mother's Bakery knows exactly how to bring those holiday flavors we love.
I'm getting them all. Perfect for holiday gatherings or just cozy nights in with my little bununus.
This season, Daddy, it's all about Mother's Bakery.
Fill all your prescriptions, get cosmetics and other pharmaceutical items at Mannings Hill Pharmacy, located at 34A Mannings Hill Road, Kingston. Telephone 924-6280. At Mannings Hill Pharmacy, they stock all the hard-to-get medication. The time by Mannings Hill Pharmacy is
9:45.
You're listening to a rebroadcast of the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
Good morning. You're back here inside the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM. I am Nora Gay Banton, and we are inside NCB. We have some more interviews for you inside NCB, but just before I go back to inside NCB, just a bit of news coming in. The vehicle of Barbara Gale, veteran journalist who was found dead at her house yesterday. Barbara Gale, her vehicle was found off Dyke Road, and this is information coming to us from SSP Phillips, head of the Area 5 division. So Barbara Gale's vehicle, the veteran journalist who was found dead yesterday in her home, her vehicle was found off Dyke Road. Of course, more on that as we get that for you, and of course more in the news at 12. All right. So we jump on over now to speak with Mr. Roger Simmons. He is team manager of the Dunbeholden Football Club, and NCB was able to grant a wish for the Dunbeholden Football Club. Good morning to you, Mr. Simmons.
Good morning, Nora. Good morning to your listeners.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, and I mean, the fact that our wish has been granted, makes us even feeling better for the Christmas season.
Awesome. And we're just going to jump right into it. Tell us how NCB Foundation was able to grant your wish for the Dunbeholden Football Club this year. What exactly will it go towards, and what's the reaction been like from the community?
So NCB came on board as a sponsor of the Jamaica Premier League, and I mean, on the day when the CEO, Mr. Hill, called to say that Dunbeholden, we have found a partner for you. I mean, it was elation, from the management team, as soon as I told everyone, and then shortly after, within a couple of days, NCB called to say, hey, listen, we want to grant you a wish. What would that wish be? And so immediately, the fact that we over the years would have tried to assist our seniors in the community, with gift packages, for the Christmas holidays, we thought, well, that would be the ideal opportunity for us to ensure that Christmas for some of our seniors will be better.
Yes.
And so through the Star Church of God, we would have accepted that grant, that wish for Star Church of God. And so $100,000 has been donated. And on Monday of next week, we will be, going through the community to ensure, that, our senior citizens can have a really merry Christmas.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Dunbeholden Football Club looking out for the seniors in the community, bringing some cheer to their Christmas this year. $100,000 through, remind me of the name of the church?
It's Star Church of God, Dunbeholden.
Through the Star Church of God?
Yes.
Yes. Right. In Dunbeholden, giving some good gifts and good cheer to the seniors in the community this year. And what has the reaction from the seniors in the community been like? Do they know yet, or is it a surprise?
Right, so so they have not been told as yet, but I know many are listeners of this program, and will become aware now. Right, so on Monday, we will, actually have the actual distribution. So, I mean, then they will be fully, aware, and I know many of them, as I said before, is listening to this program, so they will become, fully aware now.
Awesome. And I know that charity would have been a part of the goals for the team for this season. Talk to us about some of the other teams' goals for the season, and how you think you will go about achieving them.
Well, I mean, with NCB on board as, one of our sponsors and backers, so to speak, I mean, Dunbeholden, we want to be in it to win it, right? So we have to be in the playoffs. Our goal, minimum this season, is to be at least in the semifinals. And once you're in it, then anything is possible. So that's our aim, that's our goal. I mean, you would have known that we would have had a new coach, during the season.
Yes,
2 games in, and so he has, started, that rebuilding process to ensure that Dunbeholden, is where they rightfully belong.
Back and better.
Yes, back and better in the playoffs
to
ensure that we have an opportunity to participate even in the Caribbean CONCACAF.
Awesome. Dunbeholden has been a strong team over the years, and we look forward to your performance in the competition this year. And all the best to the team. I hope you make it right up to the finals.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
So that was, do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the season. All the best to you and the team.
Thank you.
All right, that was Mr. Roger Simmons. He's team manager for the Dunbeholden Football Club, talking to us about how NCB Foundation was able to grant their wish and how they will be bringing some good energy and good light and cheer and gifts to the seniors in the Dunbeholden community through the Star Church of God in the community. All the best to the team there. And we are going to wrap things up this morning talking to Miss Carrie-Ann Stewart. She is Product and Portfolio Officer at NCB. She's going to talk to us about the rewards season for the holiday Visa Christmas promotion. Miss Stewart, I'm just going to give the floor to you and you just tell me all the goodies NCB has for us as it relates to rewards this season.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here, and I just wanted to talk about what we have in store for our customers. So this Christmas, NCB is giving you more reasons to celebrate with your NCB Visa credit card. So it means from now until December 31st, cardholders can earn triple cashback or triple miles on online and overseas purchases. Whether you're shopping for your perfect gift, treating yourself, or planning that long-awaited getaway, you're making every purchase rewarding.
Triple cash back.
Correct.
How does that work?
So how does that work? So it works when you use your NCB Visa credit card for online and overseas transactions. So if you're traveling and you're using your NCB Visa card, or if you're shopping online, you know, the different merchants like Amazon, Shein, Temu. So once you're doing those type of transactions, it qualifies for a triple cashback or triple miles.
Okay. And for those listeners who do not yet have an NCB Visa credit card, talk to us about how we can apply and the immediate benefits that will be available to those who apply.
Okay, so it's very simple. They just visit creditcard.jncb.com to apply. So it's creditcard.jncb.com. And the process is quick and hassle-free. And once approved, you can start earning triple cashback or triple NCB miles and enjoy all the amazing benefits immediately. Don't wait. Customers should try and get their card today. So if we talk about some of the benefits, we have Tap and Go, where it's safer and faster checkout. Plus we have price protection, purchase protection, and extended warranty on all eligible purchases.
All right, so that's the triple cashback benefit there for you using your NCB Visa credit card, or triple mileage, you say?
Triple miles.
Triple miles. All right. So it's Christmas, and you know at Christmas time we always love to give away, and NCB is no different. Triple cashback or triple miles for you if you use your NCB Visa credit card. Use it responsibly and it will work for you. All right. And if you don't have one yet, go to creditcard.jncb.com, apply for one, and start reaping the rewards. So that is the NCB Visa credit card. Go and get one today. Any final words, Kerry, before we jump off the radio?
Sure. I just have two more things just really quickly to talk about. When customers spend $20,000 or more with their NCB Visa credit card, they'll have the chance to win a luxurious local vacation, and just imagine unwinding in style. You know, it's a perfect way to treat yourself. And then also for our NCB Flexi Pay, it's our flexible installment plan that lets cardholders split large purchases into smaller, manageable payments. For example, you can enjoy 0% interest-free for 3 months on purchases of $50,000 or more, or they can extend the repayment period up to 12 months. So for all those large transactions that they're doing that are $50,000 or more, they can break them up into smaller, bite-sized payments. So whether it's appliance or they're doing home renovation, anything over $50,000, they can put it on the NCB Flexi Pay plan.
All right, we gotta go now. We're over time, but thank you so much for joining us this morning, Carrie-Ann Stewart. You do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the holiday season.
Thank you. Take care.
Awesome. All right, we're going to leave it right there for the Consumer Hour and Inside NCB. We're making way now for Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reed.
The hour from 9 to 10 a.m. was brought to you by National Commercial Bank, empowering people, unlocking dreams, building community.
That was the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton. That was a rebroadcast of the Consumer Hour with Nora Gay Banton.
For this holiday season, live programming except for news bulletins and the Mayor's Parlor will end on Sunday, December 22, 2024. Starting Monday, December 23, we will bring you rebroadcasts of your favorite shows. During this time, you will hear our major newscasts at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5 p.m. These news bulletins will be live. Our live programming will resume on Thursday, January 2, 2025. Happy holidays and all the best for the new year from your nationwide family.
But is this real? Hey, Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene.
Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We are having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune in to the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie, give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
10 o'clock.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held firmly to what I felt was right. Like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
Our phone numbers are 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-8255. Or find us on Facebook at Nationwide News Network and follow us on Twitter at Cliff Nationwide. You can also listen to Cliff Hughes online live on the World Wide Web at nationwideradiojm.com or via the Nationwide 90 FM app on your mobile phone. Now, here's your host, Cliff Hughes.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to work.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock.
Morning, morning, morning. Thank you so much for joining me here on Cliff Hughes Online. And this morning we have a special guest in the house with me this morning. He is a legend in Jamaican politics. He is a man who has seen a whole lot in Jamaican politics from the late 1960s right up until now. And he's here this morning to share with us. And I will use him as a kind of a bouncing ball to bounce things off. Yeah? To get the breadth and depth of his experience and knowledge on a range of issues. Yeah? I'm speaking of a man who was born in a little district by the name of Macedonia, in the Dry Harbor Mountains of St. Anne, in 1936. Just think of that. 1936.
Yes, the 31st of August, 1936, on a Monday morning, 9 a.m., on the dot. And my mother said, we didn't have health workers as such. We had nanas who extract babies from the belly of women. And so she turned me upside down, slapped me on my behind, and I turned to her and asked her, what have I done to you?
You turned to her and asked her?
Yeah. Oh, she pulled me out. I understand that when you take baby out, you have to
slap them
so that
to get the organs going.
The way she slapped me, I turned to her and said, what did I do to you? Why are you slapping me for?
So she wasn't a midwife, she was a nana.
Yeah, we didn't have midwife as such. I don't know where they... This is all island, it wasn't just there.
Right.
You know? We didn't have public health and doctors available to each mother having a child. So there is a nana that you will tell 3 months before.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when you come in,
Yes.
so she keep checking because you don't have no medical expert to say you're going to take the baby on the 9th.
So you didn't have due date on those things, as we now have.
No,
Where you
no,
have
no.
a due date where you know, okay, you can predict.
No.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know what communication my mother had with her.
Yes.
As she showed out that the water went burst, so she's standing by.
Oh.
So when it burst, she rushed come,
Oh.
And then she
And she would live nearby, or?
Well, she would be expecting you, so, you'd have gone to the doctor, and the doctor would have told you you're going to have a baby on such and such a week.
Yeah.
So Nana would be standing by.
So 1936, that makes you 88.
I finished 88 on the 31st of August.
Oh.
I am
you
now
finished 88.
Yes, I'm now in my 8. Now there's a controversy between myself and Michelle and Patrice as to whether or not I am in my 89th birthday.
Those are your daughters, Patrice and Michelle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And fortunate for them, I pay for them to become doctors. Right? So they are telling me that I am 88. I say, yes, I know I have finished 88. I have now 88 and
Counting.
X weeks.
Yes. You're in your 89th
I'm in my 89th.
What keeps you going so well, Pernell?
Well,
you walked in here this morning like a sprightly...
Well, I'll tell you, and I had tennis this morning, right? I take exercise.
Yeah.
I have never walked into a rum bar or any place that sells hard liquor and purchased a dime worth of alcohol, rum, whiskey, this, that, and put in my stomach. Never, ever. All the trade union settlement that we go to the bars are, the joke is, what is Mr. Charles having? I say, a thing.
Oh.
I have never put a cigarette in my mouth and light it.
Oh.
And pull that wicked thing into your lungs. I have never put ganja in my mouth and light it. These are things that I think destroy you. Now, don't tell me how nice I am. My mother was a Christian, a Seventh-day Adventist. So, like, coffee and those things were not part of our diet. As I say, these things were not part of our diet. We find other things to do.
Such as?
Well, I hope my children are not listening because they don't like to hear me telling them these things. Cliff, I was born in an area where there's one butcher, the butcher that kills a cow, and he kills it on a Friday. And I can look back now and see several of us, maybe 10, 12 people, line up to get 6-pound stripe.
6-pound stripe?
You know what a 6-pound stripe?
That's 6 cents?
That's a 6 penny, Jamaican penny.
Right. So that
and everybody have the pudding pan.
So hold on, the pence would be now equivalent to a cent, or what?
Well, for easy understanding, let us say it's about a penny would be 2 cents.
Oh.
Okay,
then. Okay, got you.
Right? And I recall that you must get a piece of big tripe.
Tripe?
You know, it's tripe intestines.
Yes, I know, but why you would buy the tripe? Why not buy the beef?
When I look back, there are several people in the line, and Miss Bourgeois, who buy the whole of that belly and clean it. You get big tripe, small tripe, book. You know what is book?
No.
Have you ever seen a thing where you can take your finger, open up, and light?
Oh, light, no light.
No, light is a different thing.
Oh.
Right?
But the book, what is the book?
Book is a piece of the animal intestine. But because you can take your finger and open, I don't know what is the biological name.
Yes.
Right? But that's how it comes. But I recall if you get 9 inches or a foot of the big tribe, you go home and they would clean it and they would hang it on a wire over the heat, and it will dry, and you don't eat that as such. You cut that to oil the pot for the baking of dukunu, which is cassava. Follow me? That is where I'm coming from, Cliff. And you want to hear more?
Yes.
Okay. There was no basic school in my area. So you go to school when you're 7 years old, and you're required to count from 1 to 100, and you're required to learn from A to Z, not Z. Those are 2 requirements. You must learn to count from 1 to 100.
Before you get to grades.
Before you can go mean.
Okay.
No, your
So
parents
you
are required
to teach you that at home.
that, right? So when you can count and you can say ABC and you get a small slate. You know what's a small slate?
I know of slate.
You know slate?
Yeah.
And you know slate pencil too?
Pencil, no.
Then what do you think you write with the slate? You think it's chalk you have? The teacher have chalk on the blackboard.
So
you have a little pencil that mark the slate. Right? That writes. And since I didn't get a chance to go to any basic school because there were none in my area.
Yes.
When you go in, the teacher was the greatest thing that's ever happened to the world is to have teachers.
Yes.
And the teacher would hold your hand and you go down to the bottom line, go up to the top for capital, and you go halfway and you don't make it touch the line. Now, what bothers me is that there are some boys who could do it by themselves because they were in the district where they were living. There was a basic school.
Okay.
So they were way ahead of me. Right?
So, Pernell, hold it there for us because we have a little business to take care of.
Yes.
And you'll be here up until 1 o'clock, I take it?
Okay, tomorrow, next week.
No, I want you here. You stay right there. But our special guest co-host this morning is veteran parliamentarian. He was MP for East St. Thomas for several years.
15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
He became MP for North Central Clarendon.
For 20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
He was also the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
Yes.
For 5 years.
You retired as Speaker of the House.
I was, in 1980, I became Minister of Local Government. Then I was shifted to Minister of Public Utilities and Transport.
Yes.
And then I stayed there until Bruce took over. He made me Minister of Labour and Social Security.
Yeah.
And when Andrew took over, he took me out the field and put me to become Speaker of the House.
Yes.
And I'm here now.
And you should also tell people.
That's what?
You should. I'm going to say it. You were imprisoned. You were detained.
Well,
during the famous, infamous state of emergency.
Well, let's go. You said something earlier, but you left out my trade union background.
Yes. You became a senior officer of the BITU.
Yes. Sorry, I joined the BITU. I came home Sunday, 1965 in September.
Came home from?
From the United States, where I went to the City University.
Yes.
City College.
Yes.
And I went to work Monday morning. I came Sunday night and went to work Monday morning because I had met Mr. Shearer at the United Nations. And I was president of the West Indian Student Association. And so I made my...
So you did a degree in...
I have a degree in political science. Okay. So that's why I say I'm a political science student.
Yes.
I'm not one of those who boast much. Well, that's right. I went to West Indian Training College for high school because I was not as fortunate as you guys to be in the KCs and the JCs and the big schools, right?
Pernell, hold on. Let's go to the break, and then when we come back, Yes, I give you a little of my commentary this morning. I will pick it up with my special guest, co-host, Pernell Charles.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock.
The Time brought to you by the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport. Fueling growth everywhere is
10:16.
The Live Good initiative is aimed at promoting healthy, respectful relationships at home, at school, and in our communities. Let's return to the days when members of our communities all participated in rearing our children with kindness, good manners, and discipline. Let's respect each other. Let's become our brother's keeper. Let's replace violence with understanding. Let's all strive to live good.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
'Tis the season to be jolly here at Creative Building Finishes. Deck your halls with our porcelain, ceramic, mosaics, natural stone, and luxury vinyl tiles. This holiday season, get merry with discounted prices on selected items when you shop at Creative Building Finishes. Visit us at 5 Red Hills Road. Call 876-929-5553. Get tiled, get creative this Christmas.
Delicious meals, poolside cocktails, right on the beach. Disconnect from your daily worries and reconnect with the one you love. There's no paradise like home. This holiday season, enjoy a romantic all-inclusive escape at Couples Tower Island, Ocherias from $395 USD per night. Take advantage of this offer today by calling Couples Resorts at 876-632-8200. Conditions apply.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.
Before I go back to Pernell, our special guest co-host today, the Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. Yes, we gave you some more of the findings yesterday and this morning. And yesterday morning, when we revealed that a plurality of Jamaicans, 44% of Jamaicans, when asked whether the country was heading in the right or wrong direction, said it was going in the wrong direction. 44%. 28% or 27% said it was going in the right direction. The rest wasn't too sure what direction the country was heading. And then when that came out, you know, we are so politically tribalized, Pernell. The comrades were joyful. They were gleeful. Yes? They were all over social media yesterday. Yeah? Saying, see there? See there? Polls said the country going in the wrong direction. By yesterday afternoon, when we revealed the other finding, we asked Jamaicans if the Holness administration should get a third term or not. And a small majority said yes, they should get a third term. Only 52%. Yes? As against 48. Then it flipped. Then start to cosway again. While the Labourites, who were sad yesterday morning when they heard that result, suddenly say, oh yes, see there? Yeah, third term loading. And I say that because this is the hazardous nature of my job now, where depending on my position one morning, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. The following morning, I'm the worst thing that God ever set on this earth. You know? And you would have, yes, you would have seen a lot of that, yeah? You, as a political actor yourself, the tribalized nature of the politics. And it's getting worse, isn't it?
Cliff, let me say this to you. I'm a political science student, as I said. I spent years at one of the better colleges, and I learned from some of the top professors of the world. And I joined the BITU, which is a bigger professor than anybody else. And the JLP then, still. My problem, when I returned to Jamaica, but little before I returned, I decided where I was going, whether behind Michael Manley or behind Edward Siaga. And I studied both. I love the presentation of Michael Manley. He was saying what I wanted to say. But I love the work of Edward Siaga. I was doing what I wanted to do. You understand me?
Yes.
And I said, I will join the work squad rather than the talk squad. Now, my mother taught me a lesson before I met you or any of you all. If your foot slip, you can regain your balance. But if your tongue slip, you cannot call back the word. That is a poem.
Lesson. Yes.
Therefore, I am guided by that, particularly around your mic, which I feel very proud that I am here with you this morning. And I know you when you were a young journalist.
That's a long time ago.
At a long time ago, you were at RJR around the desk.
Yes.
And I was a trade unionist then.
Yes.
And I was a parish councillor, KCAC. I spent 2 terms in the KCAC, 2 terms in the Senate, 3 terms in St. Thomas, and 4 terms in Clarendon as MPs. Follow me? And remember, my first attempt to become an MP was where Matthew Samuda is now.
In Northeast St. Ann.
In St. Ann, after Wills Isaac.
Yes.
And Wills called me and said, young man, don't make them put you down there because I set it up for my secretary. And I told Sierra, I said, go and learn because you have to go forward. So I went and I lost.
Yes. But let me just say this. I recall when I was a young reporter in the RJR newsroom, this would have been around 1988, 87, 89. We would depend on you, especially on a Sunday evening when the news was light. And we could always count on Colonel Charles exploiting the light news day. Because that's what you did looking back at it.
Well,
you were skillful.
But that was what was expected of me.
No. He would deliberately hold the stories until Sunday afternoons or Sunday evenings. Then he would call and say, I have a story for you. And we would, we need things.
6 o'clock coming and we don't
have nothing. And I've never forgotten that because politicians like you were adept, smart, street smart, yeah? But we could also trust you. You wouldn't mislead us.
No.
You wouldn't.
Because my mother, wherever she is, hearing no, would not expect me to mislead you.
Yes.
I can make a mistake.
Yes. But you wouldn't.
But I wouldn't deliberately mislead you, knowing that RJR was going to call you out that you are doing something wrong. I would.
Right.
I remember I went back to RJR. I spent 2 years there.
You like the media.
I love media. Yes. I love media.
And that's why you're here this morning.
And that's why I'm here, and I hope that I'll be here for more.
Anyway, here's Ricardo Brooks's report on the latest Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools, where a small majority of Jamaicans, nearly 52%, say the Holness administration deserves a third term in office. Remember now, the poll was conducted between September 6 and 19. It has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%.
The Holness administration and its admirers have been adamant that a third term in government is imminent. In fact, they say it's loading. If Jamaicans had a say today, it appears the JLP's hopes would be affirmed at the ballot box. When the Blue Dot posters asked 1,246 Jamaicans whether they think the Holness administration deserves a third term in office, the answer was yes. Nearly 52% of respondents said yes. 48% said no. That's a 4 percentage point majority, which is just outside the 3% margin of error. Also of note is the fact that those who believe the government deserves a third term have increased by 5 percentage points since February this year. So what's driving this shift towards an unprecedented third term for the JLP? Well, women are playing an active role. Female voters continue to power the Labour Party's fortunes in these polls, with 54% of them saying Prime Minister Andrew Holness should lead Jamaica beyond 2025. On the flip side, 46% of women voters want Holness and his government gone. This is compared to the evenly divided sentiment among men, with 50% saying no to a third term and an equal number of 50% saying yes. If there's any reason for the JLP to pause and take stock of these numbers, it's that 52% of unaffiliated Jamaicans do not believe the party should be returned to power. That's compared to the 48% of unaffiliated voters who say yes. That's a 4 percentage point gap. Labourites continue to break heavily in favor of a third term, with 89% saying their party deserves to remain at the helm. 83% of comrades say no.
The nationwide Blue Dot polls, powered by Total Tools. Total Tools, they almost always have it.
Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
So Purnell, put on your political scientist hat now and the veteran politician. Yeah? How is it that when asked, in what direction do you think the country is going? 44% saying it's going in the wrong direction. 28% says right direction. The remainder says not sure. People are asking, how did we get that? Yeah, in response to that question. But when asked whether the current government deserves a third term, you get 52% saying yes, they deserve a third term. How do you reconcile that?
Well, firstly, you did ask the first question. Did you vote in the last election, or do you plan to vote in the next election?
Yes, we did ask those questions.
You did? Yeah. So the person who asked those, give you those answers, were people who voted and will be voting?
Yeah, they plan to vote.
Well, then I have to switch my mind to a different vein. You want to take it from there and let me...
my rationale for it is, people, when asked, is the country going in the wrong or right direction, express their lived experiences. There are so many pain points in Jamaica today.
How many what?
Pain points, misery index I call it.
Yes.
Challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, getting things done.
Yes.
Not to mention the crime. Yeah? That people have to contend with. The crime, the violence. Yeah? And when they are asked, do you think the country is going in the right or wrong direction? They immediately go to that for their frame of reference. Yeah? And that's why you get your 44% saying, no, I'm not happy.
Well, let me say something.
But just let me finish. But when asked, do you think the present government deserves a third term? They immediately say, but wait, I'm not too happy with where the country going, you know. But I have to look at the alternative before they can now say, well, is the alternative giving me enough for me to say, yes, I want that alternative. Therefore, no third term for you, because I have a viable alternative over here. And I think that's where the PNP has a problem. Yeah?
Well, let me tell you where they have a problem. It is easier to talk than to act.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit here and talk a development, talk what I would do, talk what I'm going to do, and I'll be better off than you who have the job at this time to do what is there. But look at this. I had to stop in the middle of a traffic jam and look at a lady making up her face around her car. I said, Miss, you know, is Andrew Onis caused this? She said, what? I said, he gave you 4 lanes on Constant Spring in June, and by September, it's full. Look around you, miss. There were at least 50 cars, and at least 34 of those cars were being driven by women. Women driving car in Jamaica today has double men, and women are meeting less accident. So if the woman who is driving a car said things better, but guess what? By buying that car, because there was an advertisement saying you can come and borrow money from me, it's a serious thing that if you have a job, you can borrow money, I will lend you, can buy a car. Tiff, let me switch and ask you a question. Where are we going to put the 5,000 or 6,000 car that I see down at Marcus Garvey Drive? If you leave New Kingston at 4 o'clock to go where I live in Red Hills, it takes you 2 hours. If you leave there at 7:30, it takes you 30 minutes. So I am trying to tell you, there is good and bad. And those who are having it good, there's a rough part in it. So if you catch them at an off and say, but miss, you're driving a nice car, say yes. Miss, you got a big salary.
It's interesting that you say women, because when the pollsters dug down into the data, women are the ones who are more positive about giving Wholeness a third term by 54%. 54. Unlike men, who are breaking for a third term for the government, 50-50. 50 saying yes, 50 saying no. Women, 54% saying yes.
Well,
but then the other thing I want to hear you on, yes? The people over 60, 65, that demographic group,
yes.
56% saying the government should get a third term.
Yes.
That is a turnaround from what we're used to. But
No,
was when the PNP was strong.
No,
in the over 55, 60 demographic group.
Where you get that from?
Yes.
You forget that they had 18 years of problem. You forget that women went to the supermarket to buy certain things and were not able to get it unless they buy certain things.
You're talking about marrying.
Be careful.
Hold it. Don't lose your thought. Let's go to the break and come back.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light. And I held.
At the Ministry of Health and Wellness, we are committed to the values of care, compassion, excellence in service, integrity, teamwork, and innovation as we work to safeguard the health of our nation. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is
10:35.
Eclipse Enterprise is your go-to source for billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. Telephone 876-960-3891. The temperature by Eclipse Enterprise is
30 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 27 out west in Montego Bay.
Total Tools is having a Black Friday sale weekend! Sale, sale, sale! Up to 50% off select items, major discounts on tools, accessories, lighting, and electrical supplies. All Black Friday weekend long, Thursday, November 28 to Saturday, November 30. Move fast, only while stocks last. Visit Total Tools Kingston, Ocho Rios, or Drax Hall. Total Tools, we've got you totally covered.
This gourmet outlet is now serving lunch at 53 Upper Waterloo Road, Kingston 8. This gourmet outlet is offering reasonable prices on hams, wines, fresh and smoked meats, sausages, cheese, chocolates, meat and a cheese platter, and so much more. Call them now at 876-999-0191 for more info, or visit 53 Upper Waterloo and get great deals all year round.
This holiday season, Access Financial Services is making your dreams come true with Merry Money Moments. Need cash for gifts, dazzling home upgrades, and celebrations that light up the season? We've got you covered with loans up to $3 million. Enjoy low interest rates, fast approvals, cash in your hand in no time, and best of all, no guarantor needed. This Christmas, leave the stress behind and focus on the joy with Merry Money Moments. Apply today at accessfinanceonline.com. Access Financial Services, turning your holiday wishes into reality. Conditions apply.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff says, what's on his mind? Unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light.
Yes, Bernal Charles, you were telling me.
There's a word called promises.
Yes.
8 years ago, the PNP was removed from office. And the people who were suffering mostly were women. I am telling you, I'm out there. And I am not saying that all women are not suffering now, but women are doing much better. They have a better job. If you to get a helper now in your house and you have to pay her $15,000 a week plus everything else, it's a little better for her. Her problem is when she go to the shop with that $15,000, what she used to get for $7,000 is now $12,000. So if you can promise her that you can move the 15 up to 20, so she can get another 5, she will say, "Boy, I may try, you know." But when she go home and say, "Listen, I never used to be able to do it. I wonder if I should take the gamble, because guess what? I can buy now. I can't buy what I used to buy. I can take the bus. I drive my own little car, right? And I send them picking them at school." So, you know, things may sound bad too if you don't think about it. Right? And I am not trying to suggest that it is a matter of say hanky-pory. Everybody nice, everybody have happy.
What do you call that? Hanky-pory?
I'm not saying that everything is hanky-pory. Right? It is rough, still rough, but it is better than it used to be. Anybody who come and tell you that it is you, I ask you now, if you leave here 4:30 to go up to Constant Spring, how long is it going to take you?
4:30 takes me about 45 minutes.
45 minutes. It used to take you 5 minutes. And 10 minutes. Why it is taking another time?
Traffic.
What is traffic? Vehicles. What is vehicle? Cars and bikes, and who are driving them? In my private poll show that nearly 60% of those cars are being driven by women. Who used to be terrifying a bus? Used to terrify about its paste up in the bus that I used to tear off. That is terrifying who used to blow a cigarette in them face. That is terrifying who used to push them and they are driving their own little car home. You think they want to get rid of that? You think and they talk thing, and I will tell you, I warn you, Mr. Cliff. I warn in you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say. I'll sit and tell you the British government that has just won the election how many months ago?
July.
They have lost 20 points. They are down they are down 20 points.
Yeah.
And
the new Prime Minister is more unpopular now than the former Prime Minister,
he's
Rishi
more
Sunak.
unpopular than
Rishi Sunak. Yeah, the former Prime Minister. Yeah.
And it's just a beginning.
Yeah.
But it's the same sort of politics that we have.
Well, let me ask you.
But you had asked me a question. I don't think I answered it. You recall that?
I don't recall. All right, but let me go to another hot button issue that I would love to hear.
No, sorry. You wanted to know why women
Uh-huh.
are more supportive
Of the JLP.
to the JLP.
Yes.
And I think that women, particularly in the public sector, get a little more. Transport to it, they have a little more. And the program of husbands and men taking care of women. Now look at better. You don't understand that there are programs which saying you must go home. You must come out of the bar, carry home something.
Really?
You don't know that? You think so that a man just run home, so? And guess what?
What are you saying?
You don't know that the government is carrying out, Babs is carrying out a program where more men must take care of their home more than they used to.
Oh.
Must carry home more money.
Oh, Babs is saying that?
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh.
I must make sure more of your children go to school.
Oh, you mean the message of being better fathers,
Yes,
better parents?
yes.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Interesting. I hear you.
I, in my opinion, as a trade unionist, more women are working more than they used to. As a politician, more women are getting some more than they used to. You follow me? So if your salary is increased and men are understanding that they must take care of their home better and take care of their children better, women will become more comfortable. But my problem to you, Mr. Prime Minister, and you ministers, is that the passage is dark because the price is too high.
Cost of living.
Yes.
Well, that came up in our polls as well.
Yeah, but who?
Crime, corruption, and cost of living, the top three items.
But who is doubling the prices? Is it importation? But when the bank account come out for these big business, you read them? Billions. So I said to my son, Mr. Charles.
Which one of your sons? Purnell, the minister?
The minister.
Yes.
I said, Mr. Minister, when are you going to speak to the owners of business and tell them to go easy on the bottom line? You know, because you can't have $20 billion profit and you double Miss Bertha money, that she get a big raise from the Prime Minister or the Minister of the government, and yet she can't buy what she used to buy. Why? Because the price double up on her.
What him say to you when you ask? What him tell you when you ask him?
What
him tell you? What was his response?
Well, you expect me to tell you?
Yes. You raise it. Tell me.
I tell him turn up. So Daddy, things are rough. We're trying our best, and we want to improve the position that women can get more, particularly retired women. Now he's very, very conscious about retired women and women who are without husbands and have children. Follow me? You realize that if you used to get a pension of $8,000 and you used to spend $5,000 buy food, and the $5,000 can buy half of what you used to buy.
You're dying.
So that is why he is on his thing to increase that.
Yes.
Right? But I mean, I'm not here to promote myself.
All right.
I mean,
There's another issue now that I want to turn to, and I want to hear you on. This is the issue of corruption.
Yes.
Which is now the second most important issue identified by Jamaicans in the polls. And what do we have? A plurality of Jamaicans, 44% say they do not believe the matter of the illicit six is being handled effectively by the Integrity Commission. That's according to the Blue Dot polls. And the poll, as I said, has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%. And I want you to listen to George Davis's report, yes, when we question Jamaicans and how they perceive of the work being done by the Integrity Commission. Let's listen.
The matter of the so-called illicit 6 adjusted to the illicit 8 has been a talking point in the country for nearly 2 years running. The matter concerns parliamentarians who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Members of the opposition PNP and the sections of civil society have clamored for those involved to name themselves. The Integrity Commission has maintained that the so-called gag clause in its enabling legislation limits the extent to which it can make public comments about ongoing investigations. It doesn't appear that answer has satisfied Jamaicans. The Blue Dot pollsters asked the sample of 1,246 eligible voters how they feel about the Integrity Commission's handling of the illicit 6. Nearly 44% of respondents said they believed the matter of the illicit 6 was not being handled effectively by the Integrity Commission. 42.6% said they had concerns about the approach of the Integrity Commission. But this cohort of respondents say more time is needed to judge the Commission's effectiveness. Only 10.9% of respondents said they believed the matter of the illicit 6 was being handled effectively by the Commission. Nearly 3% had a different view of the matter. It should be noted that the data collection for the nationwide Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools ended 2 days after the Integrity Commission's Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson's report into Prime Minister Andrew Holness's financial affairs was tabled in the House of Representatives. George Davis for Nationwide News.
So, 44% said they believe the matter was not being handled effectively. 42.6% said they had concerns about the approach of the Integrity Commission. After the break, Colonel Charles Jr. No, Colonel Charles. Sorry. After the break.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose. My steps were quick and light.
The Legal Aid Council provides free legal assistance on some criminal matters. To find out if you qualify or for more information on legal aid, call 948-6999. The time by the Justice Ministry is
10:48.
KFC festive feast for the holidays. Solar power with my friends and my family. KFC bucket of the flavor. Something for everybody, time for we celebrate. 12 piece of chicken so delicious. Fries, biscuits, coleslaw, mashed potatoes. And the Pepsi. Crunch the holiday with KFC. It's the festive feast for you and
Crunch the holidays with the KFC Festive Feast. 12 pieces of delicious chicken, sides, and a 2-liter Pepsi. Try our new KFC dessert biscuits. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Importers, clear customs, not your schedule. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app from the Google Play and Apple App Stores and enjoy the ease to calculate your customs duties, search for tariff codes, track and trace your shipments, pay your declarations, and so much more, all in a click, right at your fingertips. So save time, save money. Download the JA Customs Connect mobile app today. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more information, visit jacustoms.gov.jm. JA Customs Connect mobile app, powered by the Jamaica Customs Agency. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus. Plug into the sun with Peak Energy Solutions. We are your affordable provider for everything solar. Grid tie or off-grid solar P systems, solar air conditioners, panels, lithium batteries, solar supplies, and installation. Visit us at Shop 1, 3 Mosquito Valley Road, Red Hills, St. Andrew. Call 876-279-8820 or 944-0668. Or email us at peakenergysolutionsja@gmail.com. Peak Energy for everything solar.
It's the most wonderful time.
Season's greetings from the management and staff of Ashby's Pharmacy Limited, 6 Old Hope Road, Kingston 5. Ashby's would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all their valued customers. Visit them during the festive season for all your pharmaceutical supplies and special Christmas gifts.
Happiest season of all.
Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from Ashby's Pharmacy.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff says what's on his mind. unfiltered analysis and commentary.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.
Let me tell you, our special guest this morning with us is veteran parliamentarian, former MP, former speaker, trade unionist, Pernell Charles, senior, not the junior, the senior. This is the daddy. Yeah, Pernell Charles. He's with me for the whole show today, up until midday. Yes, and he's here. And we want you to call. I see a lot of you in the platform, the YouTube platform, asking me several questions to ask him. Yeah, about one person said they want to hear about the detainment in Up Park Camp. Yes, and you'll get a chance to ask him questions. But Pernell, the matter of corruption, and in particular the so-called illicit six, and the Prime Minister's problems, where his statutory declarations are concerned, still to be certified. This is after 3 years. A forensics accounting examiner called in. They can't find anything conclusive. They've referred it to the FID. And this is causing serious angst in the Jamaican population. People are
not only in Jamaica,
divided.
Not only in Jamaica, among diaspora and other countries.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the management of it has been handled very badly. Very badly. Because the PNP finds it to be supportive to them in their program to want to become government. So they have labeled it on all of the platforms, local and foreign, that you don't have a prime minister, you don't country no good, and this and that. You understand? But remember that I told you, my mother said, if your mouth slip, you can't call back the word. But if your foot slip, you can balance up. And I will warn you that is a problem. It is presentation that is causing a problem. But I can't answer this. I can give you an answer how you should make a presentation when 5 people are killed in one place. Mm. And the Prime Minister go down and they says, why my look? I vote him my look. I mean, it is painful. Mm. Prime Minister come out on a school day with children. No Prime Minister ever do those things. No Prime Minister ever do that. And I have no doubt that he's also looking at the politics of it. It's stupid if he's not. Mm-hmm. You understand? So if I go out there and the children see me, they'll go home and say, I saw Prime Minister. If I give out a house, other people will say, boy, I'm supporting because I want a house. But there's nothing that you can do that you're going to get it clear.
But what I want to ask you, you have seen a lot in Jamaican politics, right? An institution such as the Integrity Commission has an absolutely crucial role to play because we have a corruption problem in Jamaica. If not reality, the perception is we have serious corruption issues.
I have a question to ask you. I want you to teach me today, what is your definition of corruption and where is it taking place?
Well, the corruption is when you illegally, unethically derive a benefit from your access to office or information that gives you an unfair advantage.
Yes.
Essentially.
And you're going to tell me now that there are 60 MPs.
63.
63. And you're going to tell me that they represent the whole island in corruption?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the poll that we are doing now, yes, identified corruption as the second most serious problem facing the Jamaican public. The first, crime. Second, corruption. Third, cost of living. The first time in the 4 or 5 years we're doing the polls, corruption is now in the top 3, top 2. Yeah? But the question I want to ask you, you would have been around when the first effort at forming what is now the Integrity Commission was launched in 1973 with the Integrity what was the name of the act? The Integrity Act of 1973. And we have come this far. We now have a commission, that has serious, awesome responsibility. But the country is at a place now where it is so polarized, so divided in terms of its perception about how the commission is working. What would you suggest we do?
All right, I will tell you why it is doing that. The way that the management of the IC is being handled, the way it's being reported, the way the political parties have taken it. In other words, the PNP has taken a total negative.
And the JLP?
And the JLP, half of it is quiet. So, for you to go out there and find a PNP man who is going to say, this IC no good, it's difficult. And for you to find a JLP, in fact, you'll find more JLP who will agree that something not so right, it's shady, because of what I'm hearing. I don't see no proof. But when for example, the president could say him have 4 folders of the people them. That's long before this thing got to Parliament. You can't do that. You can't say those things.
And who said what?
That he has the folders.
Who said that?
You didn't. I read it someplace that the PNP leader said he has the folders of them. He know who they are.
Of the so-called illicit six?
Yes.
Oh.
And I ask you, who are the illicit six? Who are the illicit six? When the PNP saying it's not them, it's the Prime Minister and Friedman. So, the political leaders, so PNP and JLP leaders, have to be careful how they manage these things, because their followers, I know some PNP man now, some JLP man who don't talk to a PNP, and a PNP who don't talk to a JLP. Why? Because of what is coming out for their party and their party leaders. Now, how do you manage that? You have to look back and say how it's used to manage. I remember when the PNP used to attack, when the JLP used to attack Norman Manley, Buster would say, leave my cousin alone. Right? And you would have a difference between Buster and Norman Manley. Now, every PNP has been taught to say we have to get in power, and the way to get in power is to kill Andrew Warner's image. Kill him. Thief. Wicked. Oh, what has he stolen? What is it? So, and I'm not sure that the JLP is handling it in a way that I could give them much credit for.
You don't think they're handling it?
I don't think it is being handled.
Yeah. What would you want them to do that they're not doing now?
Get back to what I said earlier. It is down to where the PNP is feeding their side with a negative, and the JLP is it feeding their side with enough positive? Is the JLP teaching and expressing to his people, say, all of this thing about Andrew Warner is not true, and what is the truth? And the PNP just have been saying, thief, get rid of him. So, if you ask me, I would say that leadership, first thing, I think that the separation between the two leaders is one of the big problems. I think that we cannot run a country where the two leaders are, I don't want to say what the Gleaner said, but leading two sets of people that are fighting each other, one another.
Two gangs.
I didn't say it. It's wicked to say it, but the truth is this, that every labourite, I won't say everyone, because it's not every PNP is behind Mark, it's not every labourite is behind it, but the leadership is where the problem is. And how do I get rid of it? The two leaders have to sit down and decide how you want to get rid of that.
Do we have precedents for that?
Yeah?
Do we have precedents for the two leaders in the past?
Well, could I tell you something that I know? And since both of them not here, I can say it.
All right, after the break. And we're going to take your calls now for Cliff and Purnell after the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right.
Super healthy, super happy. SuperMed located in Kingston, St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary. The time by SuperMed family of pharmacies and Hugh and Den Pharmacy is
11:01.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
So I asked you to tell us about, you said the two leaders need to really get together.
I tell you something. I used to sit beside Mr. Tiaga in cabinet, and I recall he said it to Shara, HL, find out from Michael if this will work before we say it.
HL being Hugh Lawson Shara, who was a very close friend of Michael Manley.
And Portia.
Yes. So he was a go-between between...
Shara was a go-between. I don't know who is a go-between, if there's any.
Oh.
But you can't wait to go to Parliament to surprise the opposition with something.
Mm-hmm.
The opposition leader and the PNP leader and the government leader should not be going to Parliament to hear it first time.
Mm-hmm.
They should. That's why you're a leader, and you're leading a whole heap of people who will go with what you say.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel? How would you report it? That the leader of the opposition announced that there's going to be a state of emergency after discussion with the Prime Minister. Or he knew about it. But when he doesn't know, and he tell all of his followers how them wicked, them thief, them this, them that, what do you expect the people to say? You follow me?
Yeah.
So leadership has to go further than just you head PNP and me head JLP. You have to do that.
There must be greater, more open lines of communication.
Has to be.
Greater confidence, trust.
The confidence has to come from the leaders. I told you right that there are no Labour man who would not talk to a PNP man, not drink with him. Why? Because of what I'm here say, them I say.
So during those very difficult days, when there was the ideological war between the PNP and the JLP, when the fight, the virtual civil war between Labour and PNP, Siaga and Michael, what was the role of Hugh Shara at that time?
I tell you, based on what I know,
yes,
and I'm sure many people will object that I say it, or object that I don't know what I'm talking about. I can tell you that Hugh Lawson Shara was the go-between between Edward Siaga and Michael Manley, and had a lot of things settled before you know about it. Because the war would never stop if the PNP is under Michael charismatic leader presentation of how the wicked and kickers, and you don't have to tell them to kill them, you know. The JLP would never be the other side either. But when that go between, that saddle, that you can ride 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here, and can say, listen, this is what's coming.
Yeah, they held it together.
When I was in the state of emergency, we were at a meeting in Montego Bay, right?
Yes.
And we got a letter.
This was June 76.
Right, got a letter. The Prime Minister, the leader of the opposition got a letter from the Prime Minister.
Opposition leader Edward Siaga.
Siaga.
Got a letter from Prime Minister Michael Manley.
Right. That effective immediately, at such and such a time to the state of emergency. And after that, I see Shira get up out of the meeting.
Yes.
And I touch Errol.
And Errol Anderson.
Yes. Who was my friend, and we sit together.
Yes.
And I know that he went and called Michael Manley.
Shira went and called Michael.
Of course.
But then they locked you up shortly after that.
Well, you will have to hear a little of that. They picked up by helicopter Pat Stevens, that three of them from Montego Bay. And
Where in Montego Bay were you meeting?
We were meeting in Montego Bay at one of the hotels there.
Mm-hmm.
And the letter was carried in by helicopter and given to Edward Siago. And he read it and then read it to us. And the meeting mashed up. Everybody said, because we don't know what the state of emergency, what is this? And I watched Shira. And I am not being unkind to him. Because when they're gone with Pat Stevens and two or three other guys, everybody look at me and say, Pernell, like, you next. And them touch me and say, take it easy now, you. How did he know that?
Shira told you that?
Yeah. And I took flight the evening by myself through Trelawney, right, in my car. I remember when I reached a corner in Trelawney, a bat knocked the windshield. My heart. And I went to Ocherios, where I went to Monique and slept at my mother's house.
Yes.
And listened to all of the other things, right? And Shira said to me, cool your foot, and not coming for you, because everybody says me.
Mm-hmm.
How did he know? I know he made a call. I don't think called Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But I say cool your foot. But me still back way because I don't trust them, right?
But why you felt it was going to be you next?
Well, Babsy Grange, we went to meet him Monday night at Belmont Road, and I noticed a car was following me because I took a one-way street, and when I was coming out back, I saw the same car, and I stopped and I see a woman in the front with a newspaper, and she have it to cover her face like reading, and I said, Miss, don't make them mislead you. I know you're following me, and I move out. And I went to the pharmacy in Halfway Tree. And Babsy was there. Babsy said, Pernell.
York Pharmacy?
York Pharmacy. Babsy come over and said, Pernell, they're coming for you tomorrow night. Oh, you know, Babsy said, just take it from me. Well, they didn't come for me, they come for Babsy. And they carry Babsy in. It was the first or second day.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came to my house for me. And when they took me, they didn't carry me to detention. They carried me to Halfway Tree and charged me for a whole heap of something. I'm going through them now. But when they took me upstairs to put me in the prison, the thing was overflowing. And they put me, so I must go in face. And then take the iron gate, push me into the rest of them.
So the lockup was full?
Full. Not only full. Some men were on the ground, lying down on the ground. And you know what I was there? Urine. And the man who was in charge said to me, I was a senator then, he said, Senator, when them gone, I'm going to take you out. But when they come back, I have to put you in. Because it's full, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see, iron gate hold me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And him take me out and put me in the corner. It's the first I ever stand up straight. I put one shoulder against that corner, one against this, and I go in and stand up and sleep. And then touch me and say, they're coming back and throw me in. And probably about 3 o'clock, the man come back and say, Master Sheriff, beg Michael to take you out. And so we carry you go to up Park Camp.
Shira, beg Michael.
You hear what I'm trying to tell you? That Hugh Lawson Shira had a relationship with Michael Manley and Portia. That he was the medium of stability. You know? In fact, when they came for me up at my house, the police said to me, he's waiting on Mr. Shearer to come up here. And he said he wait an hour. He knock a gate and say, listen, we can't wait on him any longer. You have to come with us. And they took me and charged me and put me in the prison there. And when they took me the morning...
That is at Harvard Tree.
Harvard Tree. And when they took me to Upper Camp, I walk in and see a big policeman who I knew very well. So I say, Mr. Matthews. That's not his name. The man don't even look at me. So I say, Matthews, what happened? Him don't look at me. He turned and said, take your clothes off. And then take off my clothes and then weigh me.
Weighed you?
What do you mean? They weigh me, see how heavy I am. And
but this was 1976.
This is 76.
So you were 40 years old.
Yes.
Having been born 1936.
Yes, and they carried me and put me into a house by myself. Babsy later told me that she was in that room and they took her out, put to another one and put me in that so that them can see me close.
A house? Where?
Up at Camp, man. Rooms have that were rooms. There were several of us.
Yeah.
You know, I remember Earl Spencer.
Earl Spencer, yes.
Earl Spencer was in the room next to me when we were able to read, because my wife gave me a book, you know, and them take it away.
Did they physically hit you?
No. I was never physically abused by the police or any soldier. All that you hear is lie. The only abuse I had was when, a few months after I discovered that they had 5 women in one big room and a big bucket. And the bucket didn't even have cover. And I raised hell, man. I call a strike up in there.
That's how far can.
Yeah. And
what do you mean you call a strike?
Well,
what you do?
My mouth. My mouth. I make noise. And we find something for campaign on.
Yes.
And you have 5 women with a big bucket. I'm about that woman and I see them period and all of this. No. And them say, hold him. And then put me in a room by myself and say, for the next 8 days, you'll get a few slices of bread and a glass of water. And then hold me for 8 days and bread and water. I may never complain because I lose 8 pounds and I'm glad because it was too heavy. Let me tell you something. They couldn't break me. The morning after they took me there, 2 detectives came. I can tell you them, they're dead now. Saw them dead. And I said, we have a paper here. It's written up. All you have to do is sign it. And we will carry you with us back out of here. So I said, give me an idea what it said. He said that you have seen Edward Seaga distributing guns. I said, sir, my mother, who's a Seventh-day Adventist, is still alive. You think that I am going to tell Lion Edward Seaga, who make me, that I see him giving out gun when I never see him? Me nah sign nothing. And I'm saying, okay, you can stay, Mr. Charles. Cliff, you don't know this, I'm going to tell you, first time you're going here. I went in on the 3rd day.
Of?
Everybody who went in before me came out 6 months. Everybody who went in little after me came out 6 months. I never, in 9 months, they put me on the house arrest. After, from the time to 9 months, 8 months, put me on house arrest. And my wife met an accident in New York. And her sister in Canada sent a telegram saying that the hospital has asked the family to come. And you know, when the hospital asks for me to come, it's serious.
Yes.
And you know, the man have to have a steel mill But the street people of Mullins Road, man.
Tankwell.
Tankwell.
Mm-hmm.
It was Tankwell who was in charge. And he used to, a very nice man, used to talk to me. He used to come out and talk to him.
One of the big nails.
Big nail. And he said to me, I am going to see Michael Manley. I cannot allow your wife to die and you don't see her. And he left 3 o'clock the evening, like on a Wednesday evening, going straight to the house, wherever, to find Michael Manley. He don't come back. I don't come back. He don't come back the Thursday either.
Mm-hmm.
He come Friday and said, brother, I went to Michael and I begged him. I said, just let you go and see your wife. And he said to me, Colonel Charles is a prisoner, full stop. Yeah? I have a lot of respect for that man. He died now. I think I saw his son and tell him. He literally cried.
So why did they detain you, Colonel?
Eh?
Why did they detain you?
Why they detain me?
Yes.
You don't hear. The man carry a letter written up to say that I am in West Kingston. See, I'm a bad boy, You think I'm a little easy boy. Right? And that you and Siaga and mash up and this and that.
That was when you were a councillor?
I was a senator and a councillor.
In Denham Town, or?
In Denham Town.
Yes.
Because, I see, Edward Siaga asked Shearer to make me a senator,
Mm-hmm.
Follow me?
Mm-hmm. So the question a lot of people will be asking.
Yes. What?
You were a bad boy. You did things that were beyond the law, didn't you?
Well, put it this way.
You broke the law.
Let me tell you something, Cliff. I want you to believe me is I have never given a gun to anybody to shoot anybody. Never. My mother would turn in her grave if she knew that I do that, and I would never.
Okay, well, what else did you do?
Well, I led a march from halfway tree up to up to Jamaica House. Winston Spaulding's, Vaz, all of us, and we didn't pray for them. You understand?
You're a Chuck Badness. You were one of the generals of the streets.
Well,
you were one of the chief organizers who made life difficult for the Michael Manley government.
Well,
yes or no?
If you say yes, I will say yes too.
You made life difficult for the government.
That was my job. My job was to defend the Labour Party and to defend the people. And I did that without breaking certain rules. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't kill nobody. I don't encourage nobody to kill nobody. I've heard of people who die on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Lord have mercy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And a man came to me and in detention, you should hear this. A guy said to me, Charles, you're a guzo man.
Guzo?
What do you mean guzo man? You said a ring where you wear that?
This ring?
Yeah.
This was a ring?
Yeah.
Oh?
This is a ring which says that I was a graduate of the New York University.
Oh.
City University, City College of New York.
But they interpreted this as a guard ring.
Well, him said to me, say, you see that ring where you wear there? You think I went out to come for you and can't find you? And he said to me, I came to you with a gun. And when I pointed at you, I see you pointing one at me. And I run. Now, that's a lie. Because I wouldn't be that stupid to go in a crowd, go point gun at man.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I point gun at Michael Manley down in Al Park.
You did?
What do you mean?
Hold on, we're up on a break. We're supposed to talk with Ricardo Brooks about what happened on the South Coast Highway Improvement Project. We're going to forego that for today. Yeah, we're going to continue with this story. Stay with us. Time for the break.
My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright.
Here's a UNICEF nutrition tip. Breast milk is all your baby needs for the first 6 months. Skip all other foods. The time brought to you by UNICEF is
11:21.
Make money now with local City and Guilds and ABE endorsed certificates and Distinction College. Start new online and face-to-face classes very soon in our Make Money Now career courses and get qualified jobs worldwide or start your own business in practical pediatric, geriatric, and psychiatric nursing, phlebotomy and pharmacy technician, early childhood education, childcare, cashiering, call center, event planning, receptionist, customer service, housekeeping, waitering, food preparation, bartending, cake baking, plumbing, motor vehicle, electrical installation, air conditioning, makeup, hairdressing, nail technician, and cosmetology. No subjects required, no age limit. Register this week and get City and Guilds Maths and English classes for free. Call us at 3564167.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend the very best wishes to you and your family for a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable holiday. Whether you're effecting clearance at the port, traveling to and from the airport, or undertaking other transactions, we urge you to travel safely, use good judgment, and stay within the speed limit. We thank you for your support throughout 2024 and look forward to a healthy, prosperous, and productive new year. Happy New Year! From Jamaica Customs.
Christmas prep got you stressed? Skip the baking and grab a Mother's Bakery Christmas cake. No kitchen disaster, no burnt cake, just pure Christmas bliss, like your mom used to make, minus the yelling. But seriously, one bite and the only thing you'll miss is the mess. Mother's Bakery Christmas cake, bringing love in every slice, so you can bring home the cheer without lifting a finger. But hurry, these cakes fly off the shelves. Mother's Bakery Christmas cake. It's like a holiday miracle in every bite.
The management and staff of Spencer's Tailoring Establishment, Shop 21A, Central Plaza, Kingston, wish you, their supportive and well-meaning customers, every happiness this holiday season has to offer. May peace be your gift at Christmas and your blessing all year round. Merry Christmas and best wishes for the new year. From Spencer's Tailoring, the difference is class.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
We're reflecting on what it was then during the 70s and the 80s, a period of turbulence in Jamaica, with a veteran of the era, 88 years old, Pernell Charles. He has seen a lot. So, Pernell, pick up the story for me.
Well, we had a meeting at the BITU, and Hughes Sher was saying, we need more members. So I said to him, tell me something, Mr. Sher. How come the NW have all the bauxite companies and you don't have none? He said, well, why? Ask yourself, you're here now. I said, I want to go with them. He said, go ahead. So I went to Discovery Bay, where they were having a housing scheme. And I don't think the NW knew that. So I organized them, put them on a little strike, because the man said, not talk to me. I'm not no union. I said, well, the guy them said, they want me to represent them. So put on a little strike.
You organized the strike?
Yes. Pull them off.
You orchestrated it?
Yeah, but no, I advised them, 14 of them, that they had to come off the work because the company is refusing to talk to me.
Oh. And
the company used their whatever contact, and in about 45 minutes I saw a busload of police coming. And so I told the guys, play it cool, right? Just go over there, stand on the side, hold up your placard that you're demonstrating for better wages.
Mm-hmm.
The police come and say, move on and keep on moving. I said to the police, you can't tell the man them to move on and keep on moving. This is where they work. They have to demonstrate for better pay. Police say, lock them up. And the police lock up all 14 of them. I said, you have to lock me up to him. He said, no, we don't carry you. You don't carry you. I said, well, may I come? He said, you can't come. So I went to St. Anne's Bay with the 14 man. And they refused to arrest me. Right? They said, me I look, whatever you call it, publicity. I said, all right. So long as you don't prevent me from staying with him. Say, no, you can't stay. So they put the 14 man in the prison. And then say me can stay. Me sleep on the step. Right there. And talk to the man then for about 2 hours.
That was leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership.
Yes. And me sleep on the step. And the morning now, the superintendent said, Mr. Charles, come inside here. We have reviewed the case, and we think that the men must behave themselves, and we're going to send them home. We're not going to charge them now. I'm going to ask you to make sure they don't block the road and they do this. I said, thank you, sir. So I sent for the men. And all 15 of us walk out of the prison. You understand? They wouldn't arrest me because they don't want to give me the chance to say me.
So what happened
So
what happened with the story with you pointing gun at Michael Manley?
No, so I started there. I got some money for those guys, and I said, I'll part. Here I come.
I'll part in St. Elizabeth?
I'll part in St. Elizabeth. So I went to Alpart and I gathered the workers. So after work, I said, you guys need some better representation.
So you were trying to break the stranglehold of the Michael Manley-led NWU in the bauxite alumina industry.
That is correct. That's correct.
Oh.
And listen to this. Manley heard that men were signing up with me like gride screen. Because about 300 people I work at Alpart, you know. And I told them what I could do.
What year was this?
Cliff, this was...
Before he became Prime Minister?
Yeah.
So it would have been before 72.
Yeah, man. He was leader of the opposition. So hear this now. Hear this now. A man named Silent, in dead note to him, was driving me. And come around a corner one morning, and a car come in. And instead of taking his side, take my side. I said the car, bumper to bumper. And 2 men jump out. And I said to myself, I said to Silent, who is in the back like official, you know. And me jump out. And the 2 men them coming after me and me running leave my driver, you know. And me hear one say, shoot him now. He say, why? There one say, why you no shoot him? And there was a deep hole where them dick in the backside before me. Cliff, I don't know if I jump or they push me or how. But I find myself down in the hole 22 feet deep. We go and measure it.
It was a mining pit.
Yes, the mining pit.
And you jump in it.
Yeah. And me run out through where the tractor walk to go to the mine, right? And the man my man drive around and me catch a vehicle on the other side and leave them. And then so me come back at town and say, I go back, you know. So the next morning, me arrive back. Come having a meeting in the evening to tell them, say, gunman come. Anyhow, I don't know 2 or 3 days after that, but sometime after that, Michael Manley called a meeting, right? Of the workers and PNP supporters who looking job, and maybe JLP are no people too. About 400 or 500 people at a meeting. And listen to this. I heard when Michael said, I am down there with 2 guys, a Rasta man and a guy from around the place here. 3 of us. Rasta man gone smoking weed and me and the man stand up. And the meeting finished, I heard Michael say to them, unless we get rid of Charles from down here, the company is not going to talk to us. Now when you tell raving, unemployed, hungry people, unless you get rid of a man, that what you think him and them think? You know, tell him, go kill him, you know.
No.
Anyhow,
But you provoke, you incite.
Anyhow, I stand up and I see a police jeep coming. So I feel good now. 2 police in the front and 2 in the cut-off back jeep with 2 long guns. Them coming and stop right behind me. And Michael and the man, them a come down now. So me feel cool. Me jump in the van. The police look at me and say, "You're police? Come out! get out. Me look on him and him say, you always say to come out. So me come out, I stand up with my back to the Jeep. And luckily they didn't drive off. Michael is now there with about 9 men. 9 officers, I know half of them. And there's a guy named Cookie in his right hand. And him come right up, the police Jeep stay behind me, They didn't move. And he come and put my back behind him because me nervous too. Yeah? So Michael come up to me and Cookie said to him have a gun. Cliff, I had just bought a gun about 2 weeks. I didn't even know if I fire it. Have it in my pocket. And Michael look at him. Michael hearing him say, him have a gun, I know, says me, Michael ask him, who have a gun here? And the man take him out of Michael and hand me. And I sit in, you see this bump here?
Yes.
Broke my nasal orbit, mash up the glass in my eye, and me just take left hand hold the guy and take out the gun and say, Pado!
You actually fired?
Actually fired? I didn't go to him heart. I shoot him below. But my hand, they go down the cloth, catch him down the waist or so. And the crowd run away. Him run with the shot. And the Michael man, let's stand up and me hold me and me put the gun right in his face and say, it's you cause it,
And he didn't run?
I must tell you something. I love him up to today. He did not step back half an inch. He said to me, you damn fool, I'm trying to save you. And me run left him. What you laugh about, man? What you laughing? Me run left. Me gun in my hand. Me run left him, run him and run to my car. I reverse at about 50 miles an hour. and when me reach spur 3 foot, me know them believe say me gone right. Come and look back here. Every car are coming, car and people are coming. And when me reach, me said to myself, I'm not making a right turn, because they believe me gone Mandeville and town. I make a left turn. I head for the Black River police station. With the eye bleeding, because the glass broke in my eye and the bone broke. Right? I can't remember how I get to the police, how the police get me to Mandeville. But I got to Mandeville Hospital, and I remember the judge, the policeman was so nervous. When he must sound me, him hand a tremble, right? Because him hear what's going on. Him say, Mr. Charles, you have a bad problem in your eye. We can't treat here. We have to get you to Kingston. Right? I cannot remember how I got to Kingston, but I know that Carl Samuda was working at one of the backside company, and him hear about it. I don't know if it's Carl carry me to the university. So,
but hold on. Why did you leave Michael when you had the gun in your hand?
Listen,
and him never run. And him a come towards you.
Why did I run left him?
Yes.
But let me tell you something. I believe that my mother, Friar, right, guided me through much of my problems. Because if I was stupid enough to have shot Michael Mandy, I would have been dead.
I see.
Right? And that son of a gun, was a real soldier, Yeah. He never even moved one step backward. Everybody run left him. And I have a gun point at him. And him say, you damn fool, I'm trying to save you. And me run round.
He intimidated you?
I don't know if he intimidated him. He helped me. Because I run left him. And by the time I reach my car, the crowd start to come back. Stone and fling it, stone and come.
So you ran to protect yourself?
Well, hear this now. When I was at hospital or at university, about 1 a.m., a nurse, a cadet, I've never met her again. It's an Indianish nurse with one of her jaw have a mark, a birthmark. Whole jaw have a birthmark. So it's easy to identify her. I have never met her again. I don't know whether she's alive or dead. She knocked on my door and said, Mr. Charles, 2 men just came here. She said, they are your men. They want to see you. They didn't look like your men. So I told him, you're gone to a different hospital. And them say, all right, and I'm gone.
Oh.
The man then come for me, you know.
Oh, wow.
You understand? So I've always been...
You have had some near misses.
Huh?
You have had some near misses.
Yes. But it's because I pray.
Mm-hmm.
And because my mother prayed.
So let me ask you, did you and Michael...
But can I finish like a partner?
Yes.
So, when I get out the hospital, the police in Mandeville called me. I should come to see them.
Yes.
And the policeman said to me, he has instruction from the DPP to arrest me.
Oh.
And to charge me for shooting with intent, shooting within so much of the road, about 5 or 6 charges. Right? And he's to arrest me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm upstairs with the superintendent, and they don't him call a little constable from downstairs like him and say, Cliff, come up here. Take Mr. Charles downstairs and arrest him and give him his bail. Right? Mm-hmm. When me father says, come Mr. Charles, and I go downstairs, a little man look at me and say, why am I coming at this for Mr. Charles? Me no want in at this or something at all. Mr. Charles, go on, you arrest.
Yes.
Anyhow, to make us long story short,
yes,
the case called up in Black River.
Uh-huh.
And the DPP from Kingston, a tall black man, I forgot what's his name now. Tough, rough looking man. He said, Your Honor, Mr. Michael Manley is here and he's the chief witness, but he has other things, so we'd like to take him first. And Michael said to the judge that I was firing gun and Cookie hit me with a right hand, and you know I am in boxing. I have never seen a man take a shot like that and stand up. And the whole courthouse balled out, joke and this and that. And it's quiet. We are suspending the case for 20 minutes. That's the judge, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody have to sit and the jury is coming out. When 2 little older men, they must have been out for a long time. One look at me and say, "You might laugh? You might laugh after you? You're not guilty of fart."
Yes.
A policeman come over to him and said, "What did she say to you?" I said, "What are you talking about? What did that woman say to you?" I said, "Are you a police?" He said, "Yes." "Don't you know you're not to speak to a criminal? Don't you know you're not supposed to speak to somebody who's in charge? Don't you know you're not supposed to speak to me?" And him walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, the final analysis is that the guy, I forgot what the lawyer name know what he's still doing in St. Elizabeth. And the judge say, fast forward, "Mr. Foreman, have you come to, yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, and charge 1, not guilty. Charge 2, not guilty, Your Honor. Charge 3, not guilty. And the 4th charge, Your Honor, he's not guilty either." The DPP got up and said, "Politics!" Mm-hmm. And the judge said, "Mr. whatever name, I'm surprised at you. Join me in my chambers."
Mm-hmm.
And he adjourned the case.
So you got off?
Eh?
You got off scot-free.
What do you mean, man? What do you mean we get off
We're
scot-free?
running out of time and I need to ask
me
you.
Run downstairs and my car door open and hold up a lever right down there. Me run to the car And the next stop me stop was Kingston. Me guess what, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Pernell. Did you ever reconcile or, I don't know, with Michael? Did you ever
Cliff,
talk?
do I have a minute to tell you that?
Yes.
Listen to me. I had a special spot in my heart for Michael Manley.
Even after that?
Yeah. Roughness, man. When I was Minister of Public Utilities, one of his top man, forget his name now, anyhow.
Howard Ayres?
Eh?
Howard Ayres?
Howard Ayres.
Mm-hmm.
Knock on my door, and my secretary said, come in. So we would have to speak to Mr. Charles. It's very important. And she told me, I said, send him in. I said, Mr. Charles, I have just left Mr. Manley. He doesn't have very long to live, but he wants to speak to you. I said, no problem. I will come. He said, no, right now. I pack up my thing and me and him head up to where Michael was living around.
Allardyce.
Eh?
Allardyce. Allardyce.
I don't know if it's Allardyce. It's a nice name, man.
Yes. That's where he died. Allardyce.
Anyhow, when he knocked on the door and said, Michael, Pernell is here. Michael said, Pernell? Yes. I go in and say, what, sir? And him laugh. And we give a few little joke. And I said to him, after we talk about woman and joke and laugh, I said, Michael, before I leave, I have to ask you a question. You and I were on the committee for violence, and you still make them lock me up. No, this is detention now. Why take me to detention? He said, listen to me carefully. There are 3 chairs in Jamaica House. 1 for the Prime Minister and 2 over that side. The Commissioner of Police sat in 1, and the Brigadier General sat in 1. And one of them said to me, Mr. Prime Minister, if you don't allow us to lock up Pernell Charles by Wednesday, we will not allow any police or soldier to go on the street Thursday. And he turned to me and said, Pernell, if you was Prime Minister and that, what would you do? I said, I'll lock you up. And him laugh. And we all laugh. Because it's a serious person. I mean, 2
So
months.
you were such a threat.
Eh?
You were such a threat to national security.
Well, before you get to that, when I came back down to my office, I called you, Shira, come. I love Shira, you know. Shira's the only leader. Shira never have a gun, you know. I never seen with a gun. I said, I went to see Michael and said, you do what? I said, Fudge. What I mean, Fudge?
Fudge, Howard Ayres.
Fudge carried me to see him. And I asked him, why him detain me? And he give me the story I just give you. Sheriff said him is a damn liar. I would never lock up my friend, no kind of police and commissioner tell me. A damn liar I tell. I said, but don't worry yourself, man. But I want to tell you, genuinely, I had an attraction to Michael Manley based on his work and presentation. I even cursed Carlisle Dunkley and them guys who was that make me learn more from Michael Manley than Uno and a funeral boss. Right? Remember when he led down to Airport Road? Leader strike out there?
The JBC strike.
And Buster said,
leave him.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
And then we lie down and the big man, they said, well, we're not arrest him. He said, no. And they leave him. I'm dying for them to arrest him. You know?
Yes.
But anyhow, Cliff.
Well, we have chatted a lot. Yes?
We chat too much.
Yes. Let's go to the break and come back.
My hands were steady. My eyes were clear and bright.
delicious meals, poolside cocktails, right on the beach. Disconnect from your daily worries and reconnect with the one you love. There's no paradise like home. This holiday season, enjoy a romantic all-inclusive escape at Couples Tower Island, Ocherias from $395 USD per night. Take advantage of this offer today by calling Couples Resorts at 876-632-8200. Conditions apply.
Furnitureland is Jamaica's premier furniture retailer when searching for stylish and elegant pieces this Christmas. Located at 112 Constant Spring Road, open Sundays until Christmas. The time by Furnitureland is
11:46.
The management and staff of Banmark West and Negril would like to extend season's greetings to their loyal customers. Let the peace and the joy of this holiday season be yours now and throughout the new year. So this season, visit Banmark for all your bikes and bike rentals or call 957-0196. Happy holidays from Banmark.
Come to Frame Art Jamaica Limited for your one-stop framing, graphic design, and printing needs. We frame photos, certificates, paintings, t-shirts, and so much more. We print banners and print on canvas. You can also get high-quality prints and framing done in a quick turnaround time to fit your budget. Visit Frame Arts Jamaica at 22C Old Hope Road, Kingston 5, Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 876-929-3058 or visit us at info@frameartjamaica.com. Serving you for more than 30 years.
Total Tools is having a Black Friday sale weekend! Sale! Up to 50% off select items, major discounts on tools, accessories, lighting, and electrical supplies. All Black Friday weekend long, Thursday, November 28 to Saturday, November 30. Move fast, only while stocks last. Visit Total Tools Kingston, Ocherias, or Drax Hall. Total Tools, we've got you totally covered.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Cliff Hughes Online. Talk radio for all Jamaicans.
My hands were steady. My eyes were...
We're winding down to the noon hour now when we'll have the world at noon. We have with us Pernell Charles. Nathan was on the line. I don't know if he's still there. Hello, Nathan. Yes, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah?
I just hear Mr. Charles on the phone there and on the radio.
Yes.
And I just want to say hi to him and ask him if you remember Nathan, the Chief Union Delegate at Caribbean Steel Company.
Nathan, do you remember Nathan, Chief Union Delegate where?
Caribbean Steel Company at Brunswick Avenue.
Caribbean Steel Company at Brunswick
Yes,
Avenue?
man. Yes, man. Yes.
Oh?
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Charles. How are you?
He's asking, how are you?
Well, my daughter say I'm all right. My son say I'm all right. And my enemy sitting beside me say I am all right. I look all right. And everybody will look, everything look good, you know, but I went on the tennis court this morning, them say I'm all right.
You recognize me? Bye.
Hey, man, I remember the chief delegate, and I remember you, man. I met you some time ago.
From Kingston Town.
Oh, there. Hello?
Yes.
Your line is going bad, you know. Yes. Hello?
I just called to say hi to Mr. Charles because he was my union organizer and I was the chief delegate.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Nathan. Thank you. Right. You were telling me a story off air this morning, Pernell. Do we have another caller? Yeah? About Juju. Juju? Who you gave the farm work ticket?
Oh, yes.
Tell the listeners, listen to this one.
Well, you would say I'm a slickster, right? And I would say you have to do some slick things without hurting. And one of the way of breaking up a PNP gang in my constituency was to do something good for them. So I called 3 top guys. One said them no want to see me. 2 said them come.
This is in Clarendon.
Clarendon. I said, tell me something. What has PNP done for you for the years you are fight for them and fling rock stone and fire gun and bad? Me no, that's why you call you for, sir. We not give no news. I said, no, that's not why I call you. I've seen you here quarreling with me for years, and you look just as you are. You see those two things? Those are two farm work tickets. One for you and one for the other one. That one him don't come, so I go and give it to somebody. Cliff, it's years ago, you know. Early this year, I got a call from Canada. Mr. Charles, yes, you remember? But I can say, Juju? No, sir. Yeah, man, chap it on Mr. Fling Rockstone upon you, and you give me a card to go to Canada. Oh, I remember. Oh, I said, well, so I build my house. My wife, all right. I made 2 picnic them. I school them. Thank you, Mr. Charles. If I must tell you the truth, that's compliment of my mother, not me, nor my father. Right? Because when you do good, it will follow you.
Yeah.
When you do bad,
exactly.
God help you. You have to pray every day.
Yeah. But let me ask you, I get talking
That's right. That's how you were. Don't forget it. A PNP man come to me and say, you know, you're original. I say, of course.
You say, of
Him
course.
say, when you give those 2 PNP man that card, I mash up the PNP gang, you know. I say, of course. Then what you think? You think I love them more than I love Labour, right? But I want them to help themselves, but I want them to take out, I want to get rid of them too. And them take it the wrong way. They help themselves, they help their wife, they help their children, they build a house, and I say, I taught myself a lesson that I am not to wait until I'm looking for somebody to get rid of. And that is why I have said to many Jamaicans, Cliff, I have hundreds of Jamaicans who are better off today because I have made a sacrifice. Homes, jobs. I have some people, I don't want to say it, but whole heap of people go and never come back. I didn't tell them not to come back. And them call me. They want to send things for me, they want to send for me, they want to help me. But the point is, you must always help those who need help.
Absolutely.
Not all appreciate it. In
Yes.
fact, to be honest with you, no, let me not say this.
We're out of time. Hold on, because there's something I must ask you. In my years talking with you and interviewing you, your proudest achievements are your children.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because of Gloria.
Your wife.
Listen, that is a story by itself, you know.
For her to have put up with you for so long.
Not only put up, I was a flare black boy driving a Buick, and a man invited me to a party, and I have several girlfriends, and I went by myself. And I went in, I saw this woman sit on a chair with a long glass of what I thought was rum and coke. So I went over to her and said, "Good afternoon, ma'am. You know, it's a bad thing for women to be drinking rum and coke at a dance. I'm not having rum and coke, I'm having just a coke." And then the man pushed out his head and said, "Pernil, come here." He said, "Lady, I may invite her, but my wife come. So therefore, I want you to take her home for me later." I said, man, the first thing ever do so good. And I chat with her. I don't think we're going on a dance. Right?
Yes.
But from Crossroad, at times it was 2 to half a 3, you know, and she lived around the back there. And when me come up from Crossroad, coming up, me ask her, say, "Do you have a man?" She said, "I have a friend." I said, "Are you,
involved?"
Involved. I said, "Do you do things?" She said, "Oh no, we're Christians, you know." So I said, "It's a woman like you I want for married." She said, "Excuse me." And when I drop her down, and she coming out of the car, and she told me that, her grandmother's a Seventh-day Adventist like my mother, and I drop her. And I said, could I come tomorrow evening and take you for a ride around? She said, you could have asked me if you could go to church. You said you're an Adventist. I said, yes, I will. She said, where do you go to church? I said, yes. Church is at 8 o'clock. Me did it from 7. This not 3 hours yet, you know? Not 3 hours yet, you know?
Yes.
And me take her to church. And the Sunday me take her to Devon near Macedonia, at St. Ann. And I'm going through the door. My father was sitting in the living room, and he gave me a wink, man.
Not of approval.
Ah! And then I said, Mama is cooking. So I go in the kitchen. You know what my mother do? That hypocrite mother of mine hug up the woman and say, I've been waiting for you.
Oh.
And I couldn't say that word, just laugh. Well, this is the Christmas night. Christmas night, and I am going to. I got a scholarship to go to a school in London for 3 months. So I leave Jamaica January, February, March. Back in April, and she's at the university up there, you know. So you know Horace Russell?
No.
Horace Russell was a
Bishop.
past.
Bishop, yeah, Horace Russell from the Baptist Church. Yes.
So I said, Horace, you have a girl up there, she's a nurse, man, senior nurse practitioner. I want you to check her out for me. Horace said, hold on, it can't be Gloria Hanson. I said, yes. Him say, you are this 7 man to check her out. Then he said to me, he said, it's a good girl. I said, Horace.
Perdell, it's time for the news. We have to bring you back here. Can you come back here tomorrow? Yeah? Come back tomorrow morning. All right?
And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock. Nothing ever got to me, like a rock. I was something to see, like a rock. And I stood arrow straight, unencumbered by the weight of all these hustlers and their schemes. I stood proud, I stood tall, high above it all. I still believed in my dreams.
For this holiday season, live programming except for news bulletins and the Mayor's Parlor will end on Sunday, December 22, 2024. Starting Monday, December 23, we will bring you rebroadcasts of your favorite shows. During this time, you will hear our major newscasts at 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5 p.m. These news bulletins will be live. Our live programming will resume on Thursday, January 2, 2025. Happy holidays and all the best for the new year from your Nationwide family.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is...
It's news time, 12 o'clock.
It's credible and factual. The World at Noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
A very good afternoon to you. I'm Ricardo Brooks. Coming up in the World at Noon for today, Tuesday, December 24, 2024. There are calls for strategic reform to resolve inefficiencies of the Jamaica Eye CCTV network. Ingleside Citizens Association in Manchester appealing to the public to desist from dumping dead animals in the community. The Trelawney police have charged 3 men following the seizure of an illegal pistol and ammunition. In international news, protests have broken out in Syria over the burning of a Christmas tree, prompting calls for the new Islamist authorities to take steps to protect minorities. And in the sports report this afternoon, Jamaica will welcome an 8-member track and field delegation from Zambia to live and train in the country next year. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Midday News is brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade.
Now to the details. The president of the Jamaica Technology and Digital Alliance, the JTDA, Armando Cox, says strategic reform is needed to resolve inefficiencies of the Jamaica Eye Closed Circuit Television CCTV network. Mr. Cox was responding to concerns raised by the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, about maintenance issues plaguing the National Security Initiative. Reports indicate that a significant number of the cameras on the system are currently non-functional due to systemic maintenance issues. Robian Williams tells us more.
According to Armando Cox, there are several critical challenges hampering the Jamaica Eye Surveillance Program. The president of the Jamaica Technology and Digital Alliance, JTDA, says these include procurement inefficiencies, payment delays, and a focus on cost-cutting over value-driven solutions.
For years, ICT providers have been struggling with the government procurement process. We have been having different conversations about ways to improve it. And yes, there has been some small steps. And yes, there are space to improve significantly. The main issues that we are seeing from the ICT procurement perspective is really most of these bids, in fact, all the bids I have seen over the years for ICT have been focused primarily on the lowest bid. It is marked and evaluated under the lowest price. And the reality is the lowest price isn't always equal to the best value.
Mr. Cox adds that other key obstacles hindering the effectiveness of the program are currency payment challenges, procurement delays, and delayed payments. He points out that small and medium enterprises face cash flow challenges, discouraging their participation in critical national projects.
There are delivery schedules and stuff like that is built into the bids. But a lot of times when you try to pin down the government in setting payment schedules after delivery, you find the various agencies or ministries, they shy away and there's a back and forth in because they know that their systems are also inefficient and they don't want to commit that upon delivery of goods or service, we will pay you in 30 days. They don't want to do that. And so we also need to be fair to the providers. What you find happening here is that these challenges are actually a disincentive, if you wish, for our members and ICT providers to participate. Obviously, small organizations cannot afford that kind of, let's call it buffer, to be waiting for payment and so forth.
Mr. Cox is calling for the establishment of standard operating procedures, outlining a clear framework for service intervals, camera servicing protocols, and certification standards to ensure consistency. He's suggesting collaborative financing for bucket trucks, which would see the leasing of government-owned trucks to reduce costs and broaden participation. Additionally, Mr. Cox says assigning companies to specific geographic areas can improve efficiency and encourage wider involvement. The JTDA is also calling on businesses and citizens with external cameras facing public spaces to partner with the Ministry of National Security by registering their devices and sharing footage with local authorities. Robian Williams for Nationwide News.
Thanks, Robian. Now, the president of the Ingleside Citizens Association in Manchester, Marvin Johnson, is appealing to the public to desist from dumping dead animals in the community. This follows the discovery of a dead dog wrapped in a sheet on Tangerine Drive in Ingleside, Mandeville on Monday morning.
We'd ask that anyone in the area or out of the area who's insisted on doing that sort of activity to desist and stop from doing that. We'll be very happy because it's an upscale resident of community. It shouldn't be done in any community still, but this is a special community and we cherish our community every day and forever. So we want to maintain that friendliness and cleanliness at all times.
Residents, upon seeing the remains wrapped in a sheet, called the police as they believed it was human remains. The police and military responded to the scene. However, it was only when detectives arrived that it was confirmed to be that of a dog. President of the Ingleside Citizens Association, Marvin Johnson, said the practice of dumping dead animals in the community is disgusting.
And quite understand your concern about the rumor that a body was found close in our community. One was found recently, and it turned out that it wasn't a foul play. Some people have been using that area as dumping ground for animals, and the place is very much bushed up and all that. So I'm happy to hear that it's just a body of a large dead dog that was found. People can rest assured and feel easier now because the concern is very high with much criminality in the whole Jamaica and occasionally in our area.
Marvin Johnson, president of the Ingleside Citizens Association. Now, the Trelawney police have charged 3 men following the seizure of an illegal pistol and ammunition on Acketry Lane in Clarkstown in the parish on Sunday, December 22. Charged with possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and the removal of a mark from a firearm are 29-year-old Davian Williams, otherwise called Shot Dog and Shootis, 35-year-old Sheldon McKenzie, otherwise called Stinkers, and 37-year-old Richard Barrett, otherwise called Cartel. Reports from the Falmouth police are that about 12:05 in the morning, lawmen were on patrol in the Acketry Lane area when they signaled a white Toyota Axio that was in breach of the Road Traffic Act to stop. The driver of the vehicle complied and a search was conducted. A Glock 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 14 9mm cartridges was reportedly removed from the vehicle. The driver and the 2 passengers were taken into custody. In international news now, protests have broken out in Syria over the burning of a Christmas tree, prompting calls for the new Islamist authorities to take steps to protect minorities. A video posted on social media showed the tree on fire in the main square of a Christian-majority town in central Syria. The main Islamist faction, which led the uprising that toppled President Bashir al-Assad, said foreign fighters had been detained over the incident. The representatives have promised to protect the rights and freedoms of religious and ethnic minorities in Syria. Footage on social media appeared to show masked men dousing the Christmas tree with an unidentified liquid the night before Christians in Syria prepared to celebrate Christmas Eve. It was unclear whether they were trying to put the fire out or helped it to spread. Videos of the aftermath showed a religious figure from the governing rebel group assuring crowds who had gathered in the town square that the tree would be repaired before morning. In the sports report, Jamaica will be welcoming an 8-member track and field delegation from Zambia to live and train in the country next year. The team consists of 6 athletes and 2 coaches. The announcement was made by the Minister of Sports, Olivia Grange.
People always say, why our clubs and our coaches are training other people to beat us? But I don't see it that way because we are good at what we do, not only our athletes, but our coaches. It's a compliment when other countries want to draw on our skills. But the more they draw on our skills and the more we train them, is more we are motivated to beat them. And so it's a good thing to happen.
Olivia Grange, the Minister of Sports. And now to recap the stories making the world at noon today, Christmas Eve, December 24, 2024. There are calls for strategic reform to resolve inefficiencies of the Jamaica Eye network. Ingleside Citizens Association in Manchester appealing to the public to desist from dumping dead animals in their community. And the Trelawney police have charged 3 men following the seizure of an illegal pistol and ammunition. I'm Ricardo Brooks. You can find the news on our website, nationwideradiojm.com, or on our social media platforms. News next at 5. Good afternoon.
The Midday News was brought to you by Total Tools. Every tool, every trade. Success powered by learning. The Time brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is...
It's 10 minutes after noon.
Refrain from overloading your extension cords. This may cause a fire. This Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Unique Living's new arrivals are here. Revamp your space with sleek, fixed and sliding show panels, shower systems and faucets, stylish vanities, basins and kitchen sinks, closet and storage solutions, hanging aids and more. Available in different finishes and sizes to match your style. Visit them today and transform your space at shop number 630 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit their website at uniquelivingja.com to shop.
With so much to do in one location, make Megamart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Megamart, the best value by far.
This is a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Timeline with the stinger, Honey Bee.
It's all about what's trending now. There she goes on the timeline with Honeybee. Good afternoon, Honeybee.
Good afternoon, Cliff. How are you?
I'm good.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
too
How you
long.
doing?
I'm all right.
How you in the weather?
I don't mind it.
I love it. I love it.
I really like when it rains at night.
Yeah, man. Oh gosh, man. So a bit of a thunder woke me up. 2 nights straight.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to close my windows because it depends on which way the rain is falling in and thing. But it's just been really cozy and nice. You don't have to turn on no AC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Look, rain is good. We live in a tropical country. Come on. It's nice.
Yep.
It's nice.
Good. I see the system is about to develop into a major
Yes,
hurricane.
I heard that on the news. A serious something.
Yep.
But I don't know. We're rather lucky so
We don't-
far.
We don't want no more.
No more. I just
We
really
get
want to
our-
see November come. You see? We're gonna be like, okay, thank you. That is it. That is it. Now let's dive in. I don't know if you've seen a video circulating on social media. We're not going to show it. You have it, Nora? Okay, so
Hold on, what is this video?
right. So we're
That one
yes.
with the pastor
With
and
the,
the
yes, the
drowned.
bishop.
They
Okay, so
drowned?
it's just a little part of it. No, apparently people have been asking about the bishop is very much alive, guys.
Okay.
The bishop is alive, so everybody is alive. Everybody.
Oh, so no
made
one
it.
died?
No one died.
Oh,
Give
good.
thanks. So as you can see in this clip here that we're watching, if you're watching on YouTube Nationwide 90 FM Live, it's a baptism, and so they're trying. You have to go fully under to be considered baptized, but the lady never want to go under there at all.
Water dirty.
River come down.
Yeah.
But according to the bishop, when it got to the river, it never, that's very strange. River not come down so quick. It's after rainfall, river come down. You understand? I put on the khaki suit. But him claims that when he go to the river, never look like this. Because people
Yeah.
are saying, why would you still, go through with the exercise, seeing that, when river come down, river strong.
Mhm.
You understand? So them now I try to put the lady fully under. The lady's resisting it. So at that point, it's a good point where you need to stop.
Exactly.
At that point, you realize that this lady is not prepared
not
and ready
happening.
for the baptism today.
Right.
No, so them still try to put the lady fully under.
But there was a point I heard them asking, so the pastor, there he is.
Yes.
And nobody was going to help him.
Listen, because when you check, look, it coming like nobody can't really swim.
Oh,
It
yes,
have a
that
look
was
one man,
clear.
because you see, that's a problem in our island. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine so many rivers? We're surrounded by an ocean,
Yes.
and how many of us here in even at Nationwide? How many?
Very few.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. This is something that we really have to invest in.
Yeah.
Children should be learning to swim from very early ages, you know.
You should take them to the pool after a year.
Take them to the pool, you know what I mean, and things, so that by the time they get to an age where they can go out
They
by
have
themselves
no
and
fear.
they have no fear and they have sensible skills. No, I mean, obviously, sometimes the water, the current is so strong that even a very good swimmer can die, but
Yeah.
you must have a fighting chance, you know. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, so
Well, I'm glad to hear that no life was actually lost.
Right.
Because the video I saw suggested that the pastor had drowned.
because the video ended before them find the pastor.
Okay.
And can you imagine this lady here getting baptized? She not supposed to want to go back and no water go get no baptized. Listen, but anyways, the shocking incident, it unfolded 2 Sundays ago in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. And I'm telling you that the bishop, yes, Tefla, is seen losing his footing as he attempts to submerge the woman. Yeah. No, Tefla said that not only is he alive, but insists it was nothing short of a miracle.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
He came close.
Yeah, man. Now, in an interview with the Jamaica Star, he said, I was under the water for 45 minutes.
Really?
But you know, Jamaica love exaggerate, but I don't know what that him say. He said not
No, that's not possible.
Listen to me. Listen to me. He said, okay, and I quote, not even a drop of water entered my lungs.
Oh, please.
When man go under there, them take in water, but God was with me.
Oh,
God made me swim. I don't even know how to swim.
But no, God taking the water for you.
God taking water. Listen to me. He can't even swim himself, you know.
Yeah.
Then you supposed to baptize people in a river, and you can't swim either. No man, them are something. Heights of carelessness, Cliff.
No. But he was underwater for
45 minutes. Who
Doing
be?
what?
Me don't know. Me don't know what man there do. I chill out, I hang out. Because people were literally panicking.
Yeah.
Because they said, where the bishop there, where the bishop there? And they right there. So you see them a point, you don't see any bishop. 45 minutes? And you're not taking no water?
Let me see the video again. Put up a key, continue running the video.
Yes.
So he says he survived.
He survived.
Due to a miracle.
Due to a miracle, because God was with him. And he said, when man gone under them taking water, but God was right there with him. You know, he said, looking back at the incident, Tefla, the bishop, said he has performed countless baptisms in the same river without any issues. But this time, he believes that the water was stirred by a particular factor.
What is that?
And that one I like, no. He said, when I went, the water wasn't dirty, he explained. And when asked why he proceeded with the baptism, despite the river's murky appearance, he just went ahead. Despite this frightening experience, the bishop, who has been preaching since the age of 9, remains undeterred in his commitment to continue his work for God. Wycliffe, in lucky so till.
Very. Barbara Ellington says, or Donovan says, not 45 minutes, more like 45 seconds.
Listen to 45 seconds.
Barbara Ellington says, the baptism process is nasty and unhygienic. All who in the pool have their body parts in the water, cheesy feet, etc. Your face is submerged in that. Yuck.
Lord Barbara, calm down. Me not taking that serious. You're in there for a very short time. And I mean, it's just like going in a pool if you're going in there to swim, right? But this is a river. This is, a moving river. Boy, I don't know, Cliff. But all I know, and another question, yes? It's fine. This is a baptism. You're watching it. You feel like, oh, let me just record this. Why you put this on social media?
It's good for likes.
Exactly. Like Dede, you see this happen, cannot find the bishop and hear you. Maybe put it on TikTok. No, like this is what you came to. After everything that happened. Why we cannot manage people? People are the best.
We'll get some likes off of the pastor, off of the bishop.
Imagine this. Why I don't know. We just love sensationalism. And yesterday this was a topic on our show. We were asking the question, like, how much is too much? Like, how much of your personal life do you share on social media? And because people have just been going insane with some of these trends and just it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? We need some boundaries.
Yeah.
We could have ear said this happen. We'd have a seat. You understand? And there's had a lot of people were in panic because even up to yesterday we did not know if the bishop had survived. We didn't know.
Well,
he says a miracle and he made it through and he shall be continuing baptizing. All I got to say to the bishop is just learn to swim.
Yes, it would be good.
It's a good skill. That is it. Moving on. Shensea's dating season is trending. I don't know if you saw this latest release by Shensia. The international music star latest release, Dating Season, took over the #1 spot on the top reggae songs chart on iTunes over the weekend. The track has been among the most notarized releases online since its premiere last Friday. Even though Bob Marley and the Wailers reclaimed the #1 position with Three Little Birds, Dating Season has been holding it firm at #2 on the platform. The singer has also been faced with heavy criticism since the release. Comments range from the song is promoting negativity and lack of morals in women, to others blaming the artist for encouraging a future of promiscuity for young girls. However, other fans seemed unbothered and supportive of the dating culture explored through the lyrics. Now, following the release of the music video just 4 days ago, the song is already trending at #5 on YouTube with over 1 million views. Now we have a taste of it for you. Here we go.
Is it fit for airplay?
It can play, man.
Okay.
Hello. Me must say my producer. She put it
Okay.
hello. Because
Okay.
Natalie.
Hi, Billion.
Hey, beautiful. You got the gifts I sent you?
I did. I'm actually eating them right now.
You eat roses now?
Roses? I said I'll be treating them right now.
You already know your accent be throwing me off sometimes.
I'm actually gonna go into a meeting, so I'm gonna call you right back. Hold on.
Huh? Hello?
Hi, Charles.
Oh, say I date two people at the same time. Just weighing my options, playing two sides at the same coin. Might end up in some problems, but I no cheat, me I cheat, just a date by law.
Right. That's the song, yeah, that is now trending.
I want to see it.
You want to see it? You mean the fullness of it? Okay, after the... So it intrigued you? Why is it
Yes.
intriguing to you? Talk to me.
Because we have had to live with cheating.
True. Yeah.
And it's always a story, a good story.
It's true. A lot of the...
And good in quotation marks.
And
In
I'm
terms
sorry?
of
Good in quotation marks, correct.
It arrests your attention.
It really does. It can be compelling. Because as much as I think so many of us as perhaps have been in situations similar, even if it's not to that extent, it's still, we still act so rather shocked when we hear about, these sort of things happening.
And the thing about this, it's not the man who is cheating now.
No, it's the woman this time.
This is unusual.
Yes. And I hope you notice that what's happening now, the reason why music like this is taking off in the way that it is, it must be because of what is happening in society. It must simply be that people are resonating with it, art imitating life, and vice versa, yes? It must be because people are resonating with it. Because her song that she did, Hit and Run, which is right now one of her biggest tracks, where, she talk about, just not ready to settle down, and it was just a hit and run, and stop calling me all the time. I'm not interested, And here she goes again, saying she's weighing her options. My issue with it is, and as displayed in the music video, as you will see when you watch it, the men weren't aware, and that's the problem. You can date all you want, date multiple men, but just be very clear about what you're doing. So don't sell an idea to one that, okay, you're the only one I'm dating and this is exclusive. Although as boy I think, say if we never had the exclusive conversation, don't assume. Don't assume we're exclusive if we didn't talk about it. But we tend to get rather flowery. You like someone, you go out with them, and they're giving you their attention. You think, oh, maybe it's just you, and you don't ask the questions, you don't have the conversations, and then boom, you find out there's actually more. It's not just you. And a lot of people are a lot of things. People are losing their lives over this sort of thing.
Yes.
And that's why it's so serious, and that's why we have to be upfront and honest about it. So it's not so much I have a problem with the options, just be clear that this is what you're doing.
So you're saying no problem, save and except you must make the other party
Parties
aware
must be aware
that, listen, this is no committed.
Yeah, we're not
Nothing
exclusive
committed.
yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm dating.
I'm dating other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
People are being auditioned.
People are being auditioned. Hello, please. Cliff, is that dangerous place with the world right now?
Yes.
I was watching this podcast the other day, and they were talking about just the dating scene right now, and just whites in crisis, because, and it's so interesting because they were saying, once upon a time, a man could claim to be the big fish in a pond, And, he would only have, these few women who are competing for his attention, whatever. But now, there are no more ponds. Everybody in the ocean is one big ocean. Everybody, there's a river, come down, Kevin. Everybody's competing for the 1%. All women are competing for the few, I don't know, top men. And these top men, or all these men are competing for these few women, these few desirable women that they see on social supply and demand. So right now it's insane because the world has opened up and people just feel like they don't know if it's settled anymore for what they see in their proximity. People are thinking about people at London. You think about somebody that's in Bulgaria. And all because now you can see them and you can just DM them and then you can, and the illusion. It's insane. I mean, listen.
How you all manage?
Me? Oh, we're managing.
Oh, you all manage. I'm not in that demographic at all.
Lucky you. Yeah, lucky you. Yeah, man. Me just. You just stop playing. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because if you are saying to yourself, okay, you want an ambitious, decent young man that's emotionally intelligent and whatever, and blah blah blah, right? You know how many other girls now, not just in Jamaica, not just in your community, but across the world who want him too?
Yes.
Who are probably 9s and 10s. Listen to me, man, I problem. So, we've just got to make peace with the fact that, what this means for the human race? Yeah? Short-lived births.
So Brick Road on YouTube says, Cliff, promote the one burner and shun Cynthia's loose lifestyle.
But you see, that's the thing, I agree to the extent that when you do make that decision to be with someone, when you have had that conversation, you've decided that we're embarking on this journey together, then you should try to be at all costs monogamous. But Cliff, the question here, at our core, is monogamy natural? Do you think it's natural to us to be monogamous?
God of mercy.
It's
a tough one.
It's a tough question. But you know what I've come to? Look around, There's so many things that don't come naturally to us but are good for us. For example, eating a proper clean diet, you know what I mean? Working out, yes. Just having a very strict schedule and knowing that, okay, there's time for play and there's time for this and there's time for that. Working towards anything worth working towards is going to take you out of your natural state. You understand? Yes, which is what I said, discipline. So, it's the same with monogamy.
Yes.
It's a sort of muscle that I suppose you have to train. Yeah, I guess some of us are better at it than others.
Somebody whispered in our ears, it's called discipline.
Yes.
Yeah. At what stage of your life?
Do you get to that place of discipline?
If
you a lot of men nowadays when them are 60.
So we're looking in my direction. So.
All right. For a lot of men.
You know what? I come in the way.
Well, no, you may talk to Cliff, so looking at you. Well, people can get away. A lot of these men can get away with that stuff until they get too old. And
what about you women? You don't get away with it too?
Well, now that you're seeing that the ones amongst us who can afford to do that, who have a lot of what men want, because you have to in order to be very marketable in the dating ocean, in the dating scene.
But it works the same
You have to have a lot of what men want. But what if you don't? Then nobody What does that mean? So if it is that you have these women who are very marketable, who have a lot of what men desire, then they're going to feel like they want to play the field. But you have a few there who probably don't have a lot of what men want.
Okay.
And so,
it comes down to the individual.
It comes down to the individual and what you have to offer.
Yeah.
Yes. That's where we gotta leave it.
Yes, Honeybee. And I'm sure there's gonna be more discussion on it. All right, that's where we're gonna leave it for today. Thanks to Honeybee for all that's trending on the timeline. Our special guest co-host, Pernell Charles, this morning. He's going to be back tomorrow, and the reactions, wow.
He's got more stories to tell.
Overwhelmingly positive. So you're going to hear Pernell back in the chair tomorrow morning. And of course, thanks to our producer, Nora Gay Banton, our technical operator, Kevin Williams. To all our YouTubers, thank you so much, our WhatsAppers and our tweets. We're going to make way now for Oasis with Loy Gale.
hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose, my steps were quick and light. And I held firm to what I felt was right, like a rock. Like a rock. I was strong as I could be, like a rock.
You've just heard Cliff Hughes Online on Nationwide 90 FM. Join Cliff Monday to Thursdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. for Cliff Hughes Online.
Like a rock. My hands were steady, my eyes were clear and bright. My walk had purpose.
That was a rebroadcast of Cliff Hughes Online from September 24, 2024.
Since 2016, 156,000 more Jamaicans are working. This is more than any other time in our history. Your government